Chat. I'm being bullied. I'm being bullied on stream. Howdy rowdy Cub Scouts. I'm bringing my players back in now. They're taking turns kicking my corpse.
I don't know what you're talking about. We're not doing shit.
Hello,
Luke, his body,
everyone.
Take his
stuff.
Take his weird berry.
I'm taking his
Welcome.
Reese's Pieces.
Freaking, I need those.
You know.
I can't. I'm nothing without my pieces. You take my pieces, and I will be in pieces.
No, they're my Reese's now.
Damn. All right. Well, welcome to the finale of season 1 of Ultimacademy, which I think I've said 3 times now. So
yeah, 3 times now.
I will take a well-deserved nap after this card. Thank you so much for the support and the concern. But because we really want to get this sort of finale completed before I do my hiatus over the course of the next week, I think we should jump right into the recap. And oh boy, what a
recap!
Yeah, what a recap
also,
we're about to experience. Who would like to be the hero that does that?
All right, I'll do it.
Hey, before you do it,
Hold up.
you
Last
have
time
help the
on
players.
Dungeon Ball Z.
What were you
Help
saying?
the DM. I don't see help the players.
I don't know what you're talking about. There should be help the
You
players.
fucker.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
I accidentally turned on rig the game instead.
Yeah, this looks like how see help the
Okay.
players, you
Anyway,
bitch.
I will begin our recap.
Okay.
We begun the session outside. Wait, did we started this session outside of the party, correct?
No, you were already in
No.
the party. You were an hour into the party.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Then I'm a little bit lost, but the party. God, this party has taken 2 sessions already.
Do you need a tag in?
Yeah, someone tag in. I don't
It's
remember where we
tagging in.
started.
Alright. Last time on Dungeon Ball Z. In the midst of the party, Plan Beppis has been going all according to plan. I believe we actually started off with the goading WoW into coming up to our sexy time room is what we've been calling it.
Yeah, cut to WoW in a drunken stupor. Just I'm gonna fuck so many bitches.
Yeah, literally.
So in efforts to goad him, Apis decided to change into some sort of generic female to gossip right next to him very loudly, which may have also stooped the interest of the people I was air quotes actually talking to. So we had some slight complications in which WoW, instead of going straight up into the room, decided to clear out the war room.
Do some
The bug,
sneaky stuff.
you know, realizing the pixies are going to be going away soon, decided to go after WoW. So after a nice little meetup below the stairs, he goads him back into the war room, in which he turns him into a filthy rat, as you know.
Funniest shit I've ever seen.
Funniest shit. He turned into a pickle. And then proceeded to knock him out, drag him up to the room, and use the love potion to
Love potion number 9.
to finish off Plan B, which is for blackout drunk.
That's what the B stood for. All right.
Yep.
That was a long explanation. Let's try to let's skip through the rest.
So Plan P was Pixies. Plan B was Blackout, and then we had Plan S, which we then proceeded to use on fucking
Yes.
Barthelian because fuck him.
All my
Plan
homies hate
S for plan
Barthelian.
shit in. We then, after a couple of different things we did around the lovely manor, we then took it upon myself to meet up with Emojet, which actually ended up turning horribly wrong as both fucking our druid and a mouse girl decided to follow me, and which I proceeded to give out some information, not realizing I've already been found out, almost died, and after a nice heartwarming and very emotionally impact scene, we ended up ending the session with Apis holding hands with Penelope on the way out.
We don't have Samuel here, so this is not canon. But I just like to imagine that you guys had gotten down and Samuel collected the 2 horses you got, and Penelope is kind of like, "Oh, wait, we only got 2 horses," and Samuel's like, "Oh, I was a druid, I turned into a wolf, and that's how I got here." And Penelope's like, "Oh, well, I'm sure you don't need to like turn into a wolf twice. Like we can. That's obviously really exhausting. We should conserve our energy. One of us, like 2 of us, will share a horse." And Samuel's just like, "No, it's okay." He turns into a wolf and leaves, and she's like, "Great."
If that actually happened, I would just have the other horse fucking behind us, holding the reins. Doesn't matter.
We're tricky there. I think the line would go, "Yes, I believe as a muss you would fit well into the saddlebag."
Very snug.
Honestly, that
mechanically
would sound
true.
Pretty fun.
That
Not
would.
gonna lie.
I mean, as a short person, I probably also could fit into a saddlebag totally.
Damn. All right.
I feel that.
We also to finish off our recap, we had another emotional scene in which you had discovered what looks to be some disturbingly dark truths about Samantha's religion. We'll put it with that particular term. And in their attempts to make Samantha aware of what looks to be a very dangerous situation that Samantha had found herself in, Ruktuk had only succeeded in driving her away from them, by essentially questioning her religion. Yes, the unfortunate drama that has resulted of that. So that is
making everybody cry.
Listen, there's a little bit of heartmake and a little bit of heartbreak for everyone.
God, I don't like this.
So before we get you guys into the next round of, oh, by the way, for everyone who's keeping track, it is round 6. You guys basically have an hour and a half left in this wonderful party. That's not the one I wanted. I wanted this one. Before you guys have a chance to sort of finish what you're doing and sort of move on to your next task, the people who are in the dining room have a short interruption. 2 people are coming in. One is just the more nonchalant, relaxed, and aimless Spyro, who has decided to now's a good time to enjoy himself a meal. But more importantly, out comes Chad, who you see basically walks to the door, teetering over his toes, standing up straight, looking around at the crowd for a moment, and then after a few seconds, he looks to everyone else, especially Team 30, who has now sort of huddled around in this table, and approaches you. Just, dude, I need your help with something, dude. You got a sec?
Oh my fucking God.
I mean, I'm kind of in the middle of a date thing.
You mentioned that, and Chad sort of recoils a little bit. He's just like, dude, I like, you sure, but I just wanted to know, like, dudes, have you seen Hen recently?
I can't with the dudes. It's killer.
No, I was busy with a date thing and eating.
All right, dude, I get it. I'm just asking a question.
I haven't seen Penn either since we were at the shooting range now.
I see. So
You seem irritable.
well, I haven't seen Pen for a second, dude. I don't know where she went.
I mean, she could be somewhere around the house. Maybe it is a big house after all.
I think she must be hiding, dude. He has, especially for Realise, who is probably more attuned to the situation. You can see a slightly disheartened look on Chad's face.
No.
But after having a moment to sort of interview everyone and see that you guys don't know where she went, or at least aren't willing to divulge that kind of information, he just sort of gives up, seeing that she's not here, turns around and continues to look. You have that little bit of a scene. Also, Carr asks, if I help the players, can I inspire the thief to steal from the group? No.
No.
You can give them inspiration, which they will then have to use as their character sees fit, which might involve stealing from the group. Who knows? But probably
I don't
not.
think Fish will steal from us.
No. Fish steals from a lot, but
Yeah, I don't think she'll steal from the party now.
all right.
We get
Also, dude,
help
hello,
from
Mr.
being
Taco.
here?
Did we not finish that? Oh, did you guys
No.
not do that? I thought you guys did that.
We
All right.
ended off with ape shit.
Yes, go ahead
Constitution
and
saving throw.
make a Constitution saving throw, and you will recover that much HP.
What's my constitution thing? Yeah, okay, so this
I rolled well.
You rolled very well.
Wait, so we can roll Constitution.
Not
here?
you. You're not
Not
there.
you.
Checking in. I'm
Well, I guess. Oh, thank you,
Not you.
thank you, Carr, for checking in on me. I believe you're. I mean, I guess, quote unquote, you can make a Constitution saving throw to recover health,
Cool.
just so that you have more than 1 HP.
And a dream.
In a dream, yeah.
Now, that
I'm
being
about to-
said,
I'm about to fall.
Realise, you might still be on edge after having
Yeah.
heard that particularly foreign yet distressing message from an unknown person saying, if I remember correctly, something along the lines of, get the pearl out of there.
Oh, I remember, yeah.
So, with that in mind, feel free to take your turns. It is round 6. I know that we are still waiting for our lovely fish, but I'm sure they'll take their turn once they get here.
Yeah. Oh.
I guess I will look to Release. I believe we should do something date shaped.
Sorry.
But there is also something I need to do, and we'll meet up with you. Where would you like me to meet you for the next portion of our date?
As I try to remember where the places are in thingy. Where is it? Is it in campaign session or session notes?
Where would we watch, or where would we do some wildlife watching?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You would probably go to the aviary and the kennels. The idea is that you would just, it would be sort of like a petting zoo. You could also have, nobles would be out there to sort of take the more exotic creatures and take them out for a flight, for some exercise as they're trained, and you would be able to sort of see them in their majesty. It is a bit it might be a bit artificial for your taste, but that is where you would go.
I would probably go to, if anything, I'd probably go to like the ballroom, if anything, yeah.
Do some dancing?
Dance for a bit, yeah.
Okay. Dancing, yes. I am well versed.
Are you?
I'm pretty sure he's not.
Tricky stands up and nods very, very stiffly, and he has to. He's gotta go and do a thing,
Yeah.
and then he'll meet you in the ballroom
Yeah.
for some lovely dancing.
Lovely dancing.
I gotta go.
And as
talk.
he leaves, like she's just like pressing her hands to the sides of her face, thinking about the message. And I'm like, oh, and just like, oh god, okay.
Yikes.
Okay.
All right. What will Apis do? Of course, Snuff, having completed her meal, is sort of approaching you with her own suggestion. But being the version of Apis you are, it might not be obvious how that goes. She kind of approaches you after the meal is done, and she sort of grabs you by the sleeve and sort of cheerfully tugs and points behind her back to the other side of the mansion and says, it's almost midnight, and this is usually when the constellations are out, so now's a great time to go stargazing.
Where would you go stargazing?
The lounge, which is on the opposite corner from where Realise is going. I did not plan for you guys to be on opposite corners, but it's really funny.
Smiles. Smile.
Your character probably wouldn't say yes to this.
Smile.
The question is how to say no. Is
Yeah, that's
The most
it.
tactical,
the real problem
the most tactful
here.
way to say no.
Like, hey, no, thank you.
Fuck. Shit. I think I'm gonna go say hi to a few others I haven't got to see tonight. See how they're doing. But I'll meet you over there in a little bit.
Make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, jeez.
Make this throw with advantage, because you've already done 3 of the 5 things you needed to do.
Charisma saving throw.
Fair.
Let's see if advantage actually works on here.
Yeah.
It does.
It does.
God damn it.
You can see Snuff pouting. They're going like, "Aw, really?" But you can tell from her expression and her tone of voice that she's more being playful than genuine in her disappointment. She teases you later on and says, "All right, but you're missing out." And after a sort of wave goodbye, you see her sort of skip along to the lounge on her own.
Cool. So to cause a distraction, you just need to.
So what
you can either
you'll
be
do
in that room or in an adjacent.
So what you'll do is you'll spend your turn in that room, and then you will set up a distraction, and you will tell me which sort of quadrant, roughly, in the mansion you want the distraction to take place in, and that is where you'll be able to like get advantage on your rolls and be able to do other weird things that might rely on a distraction.
Well, if I see Release going up towards the ballroom,
Yes. One of the flaws you might see from this is that you kind of need to go where you kind of need to know where Release is going to be.
Smile.
Fuck.
You can't get me, bitch.
If you want to play this sort of PvP style, you can DM me where the distraction is going to be.
PvP so shit.
So I'm gonna be honest. Work was hell yesterday, and I could not formulate a plan for this.
Okay, that's fair.
So I'm
That's
literally doing this on the fly.
fair. That's fair.
I think.
Oh shoot, Midnight! Thank you so much for the 9-player
I
raid.
think
Howdy
I'm
rowdy.
just-
Nice.
No, that can't. Fuck. I think I'll just go to this main garden area.
Oh my god, is
No.
that fish?
Is that a fish?
Hey, there's the fish. How goes? You're right on time. So
Yes,
So-
right on time to think of where you want to go next.
Did you see my message?
I did see your
Okay.
message. You are coming in remote. You're working from home. You are deep in the ragu.
You've been there.
Yes.
But hold on, my question is, are you also tired like the rest of us fish? Because we're all tired today.
No,
Okay.
it's just complicated because I'm at home,
Gotcha.
and so both you guys, and then my parents are all vying for my attention.
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
All right.
All right.
You know what? I think I'm just gonna keep it simple, since I need to stalk my prey first. I'm just gonna go to the ballroom and converse with people. You know, try to act normal, like I'm just saying hi and carousing
I see.
while
That's
keeping an eye on
fair. That's
Release.
not fair.
Okay.
Fuck. I know too much.
You do.
Fucking DM fucking everything up. Wow, was that really it?
Sent you a DM, Divine.
Ooh.
But
No.
as you might decide to go, if you, it sounds like you're not 100% certain on the ballroom, so I'm gonna let Rucktuck take a position and then let Fish decide, and maybe we'll go back to you.
Oh, let me finish eating my apple.
Okay, Fish, it's on you. We're all well prepared. We're all well prepared in this
Totally well prepared
professional
today,
D&D
yeah.
stream
Okay.
for the
I'm done eating my
finale.
bite.
Wait today.
Yeah.
Look, I haven't had breakfast
So-
yet. You got me up early. How dare you?
That's fair. That's
So-
fucking
You
fair.
wouldn't like Rucktuck when they're angry?
I've been thinking.
Yes.
So Fish would definitely want to steal something.
Yes.
Also does not want to jeopardize things with Pandora.
Yes.
So I
True.
think she is
Oh.
actually going to pass on trying to steal anything.
Oh, I see. By the way,
Because
you did.
that would cause distraction. That would mean that she would have to distract Pandora
Mhm.
and get other people involved, and she doesn't want Pandora to think that she doesn't like her,
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
you know, by constantly making up excuses and then disappearing.
By the way, I forgot to mention this, but remember how last time you guys were eating in the dining room, I mentioned how the silverware and stuff that was being used and provided was basically like, you know, the stereotypical silver spoon that you would say someone is fed with. That's the thing, except it's real.
That.
So go ahead
so she's not going
and
for the sword. She's just gonna try to pocket a bunch of that.
go ahead and make a sleight of hand check, because you are trying to steal while people, also Pandora is like they're literally next to you. So make a sleight of hand check.
Okay, hold on. I'm still waiting for my character thing to load.
Okay.
You may have issues with that.
Oh
Because
right. Rolls. D&D Beyond has been weird. If you can't load your character
mean,
sheet,
yeah,
just give
it's
me a
fine for right
D20.
now.
I know roughly what your bonus is.
D20 plus 11.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, D&D Beyond is fine for right now. If Fish wanted to use it.
I mean, actually, it looks like one of you put it in the session notes for Fish.
Yeah,
Hmm.
oh no, yeah, Tricky put both mine and Fish's in session notes.
Alright, I got a 16.
Not the best of
But
rolls,
I
but
To
you
Oh.
you can use HP. Remember, you still got HP to bump your rolls. You can spend 14 HP to succeed.
So I think I'm going to use initiative
You mean
to
inspiration?
roll one more time because yeah.
All right.
Because I'm only at 26 HP.
Oh,
Sounds
okay. I
like
thought you were at
food hall.
38.
I can,
I'll update you to 26.
but I mean, I'm also in the food hall, so I'm
Yeah,
eating, so that
yeah.
also increases
Mhm.
HP. So I'll just spend the HP. How much HP do I have to spend?
It's full. Okay, give me a Constitution saving throw. Okay, so you recover 12 HP, and then you have to spend 14 HP, which would bring you
So you're only
to
losing
24.
two. Yeah.
24 HP total. If you were to spend HP to succeed instead of inspiration.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I'll do that.
So because of that, you managed to grab, I'm gonna say, probably a solid like 12 golds worth of silver, of silver utensils. And people are none the wiser.
Love that.
After you're done, of course, Pandora is quite filled and would love to, go with you to decide, what to do next. You guys have already done basically everything except lounging and religious service. But, you've already had quite a wonderful time with Pandora, so you have a lot of freedom to sort of steer the date in your direction.
I think we'll lounge.
Lounging. All right, let's go ahead and see if our apple-eating Ruktuk is ready.
Okay, I'm gonna hop on mute.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Give me a sec.
Maybe.
One.
Maybe.
All right, Apis, where are you going?
I think, as previously discussed, I think we're gonna head over to that storage room.
All right, you make your way to the storage room. And if you want to set up that sort of distraction, just DM me where you're going to place that. Just, tell me a quadrant, bottom left, bottom right, and so on. And now, I mean, we kind of already know Ruktuk has sort of spoiled a little bit where they're planning to go. I just want to hear it from their mouth to be certain.
Well, that mouth is currently full of apples, so.
Okay, let's do Tricky's turn, I suppose. Tricky and really.
Okay, I'm done.
You're done? All right.
Okay.
All right. The apple has been all consumed. We are now laying in a garden of lies.
Yeah, Ruktuk is going to the library and is gonna book themselves into a corner with a bunch of books and sit there reading and crying until they pass out.
Great.
Cringe.
The guilt is too much for our poor Ruktuk. All right. So now we all know where everyone's kind of going. We'll move to Tricky. Tricky, you have.
Tricky said be right back.
Oh
Oh,
shoot.
never mind, he's back. Never mind, he's
Okay,
back.
but Sec. Okay, since Tricky is doing stuff, I'll do Ruktuk real quick, and then we'll go back to Tricky. Ruktuk, you have decided to spend the remaining point of the remaining time in the party, sort of just drowning yourself in papyrus and ink. And while you are gathering a whole collection of books, there are many volumes with which you can enwrap yourself, and you have plenty of ways to distract yourself from the troubles that you had encountered just recently. But there are a few volumes that sort of catch your attention now that you've had this somewhat traumatic experience. You find several volumes that are relating to, you know, old religious rites and services and sort of historical documents pertaining to old kindreds and members that would serve Dia that you think would might shed a little bit of light or give you some valuable information, since that scene that played in your head is very difficult to shake out of your memory. In addition to that, because of how the catalog of old dwarven lore sort of can predate a lot of ancient contemporary knowledge, you find a few tomes that sort of detail those ancient relics that you think could connect to the relic you had found during that dungeoneering royale. So what I'm going to ask you to do is to make either a religion or a history check, depending on whether you decide to read a tome relating to the kindreds of Dia or a tome relating to ancient dwarven artifacts. Or if you truly want to distract yourself and just not think about any of that, you can just roll a normal intelligence check and recover HP instead.
Let's go for the kindreds this round.
Okay, give me a religion check. All right, I'm going to need you to spend 10 HP to succeed that check, unless you're gonna use inspiration.
Nope, I'm spending the HP.
All right. Excuse me. Woo. A lot of stuff got caught up there.
You
I'm
okay,
okay.
buddy?
I'm alive. All right. So you managed to read a few tomes, sort of poring over ancient religious practices and sort of parables, and they they kind of also translate and transition into fables of historical figures and bishops and things like that would serve Dia or one of her kindred. You find, much to your either, reluctance or relief, some segments on the kindred of Jadi, who is the kindred that Samantha supposedly dedicates herself to. Of course, you see a few summaries about Jadi's life, her dedication to pacifism and healing of the sick and things like that. All stuff that you would come to expect knowing Samantha's stories that she had told you. You also see a few fables regarding the people who had worshipped her, who had taken similar vows, which all had the same things in common. You note that they had, of course, gained an incredible boon that seems to improve their ability to restore life to people that they cared for, and to the people of the people of Dia's domain. And you note that as time proceeds, old stories, they're sort of their records are very vague. A lot of the details lost to time. Hello, Gladio. And as documentation gets more and more recent, and by recent I mean like instead of thousands of years ago, we're talking like only like 700 or 800 years ago. Like they're still very old records. You get a bit more direct understandings, almost like first-person accounts, or third-person accounts, retellings of the kind of heroic actions these people took, being inspired by their kindred. And while they are very notable and selfless and usually altruistic, the concerning common thread you also find is that they all tends to end in some variation of a heroic sacrifice. Basically, anyone who takes this kindred while doing great heroic deeds usually doesn't have a very peaceful ending. No one there dies peacefully in their sleep. Usually some sort of heroic sacrifice causes them to meet an untimely end, which is not very comforting for you. However, through these tales and through the rites that you see, you do get a bit of an insight as to the exact machinations that this pacifism, that this vow provides. I am DMing you the mechanical aspect of what this vow actually does.
Yes.
Nice.
So now you know. And if you'd like, I can share with the rest of the class.
Not right now, because the likelihood of Ruktuk seeing them rest of the night is not very high.
I understand. All right. Now, let's see if Tricky's back. Hello,
here.
Tricky. There's Tricky. Let's put you back in the proper initiative order. Boom. Not there. Boom. There you go. All right, Tricky. You made the arrangement. Yes, you did.
Yes.
The Sin Diva tale.
I'd like to say just a few sentences to her and then like cut when the secret happens.
Yeah, I
Because
understand.
I think Tricky talking to Sin is hilarious.
Yeah. Sin might turn to you after like, wiping down the tables at the bar and just, oh, we meet again. Young,
Yes, hello, tall, in-charge dragon lady.
Sin, please. You may call me Sin. Is there another? Is there another disaster that I must be made aware of?
No, I have a question or a request on the subject of my compensation.
Oh, you have thought of something, and she becomes a bit more intrigued.
Yes, and yes.
And you kind of relay to her a bit more detail on what you want.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. You sort of share this information, which is sort of handled off screen a little bit, and she gives you a sagely nod. It's a bit quizzical, but it becomes a bit more understanding as you divulge a bit more your intentions. And she looks, she ponders, sort of keeping her head in the air for a moment, thinking, and she starts to smile and nods, and she's like, I understand. I will inform you when such a service can be provided.
Tricky nods and excuses himself and rushes off because he's not one to let people be waiting long, except
Of
for when
course.
he's, doing plans. And now he arrives to the ballroom, hopefully without any incident on the way.
Nope,
Hopefully.
there is no incidents. You after having flawlessly executed whichever letters you needed for Plan Bepis, you feel a sense of calmness and confidence that and the ability to rest assured that you are able to enjoy the rest of your party in relative peace. Of course, you still attract the eye of anyone as you walk across the room with your extravagant sashed suit, and you are the conversation of many an odd rumor, but it sways mostly positively.
Okay. So while I'm approaching Realius, I want to be kind of side-eyeing the other dancers, I guess. There will
Yes.
be people dancing. Because I need
Yes.
to very quickly learn how to dance.
Yes. I would ask you to give me a performance check with, and I feel like it just makes sense for you to have disadvantage on this particular check.
Yes. Disadvantage. Performance.
Oh,
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
And what about you, Realice?
Oh yeah, I gotta do it before we check. Fuck, hold on. Performance is down here. Oh, it's a +3. Yeah. 21.
All right. So Tricky, you start to get into the swing. You see a dance in progress, and you're able to follow those moves somewhat okay, since they're already sort of on full display. You've had a moment to, as you approach Realice, observe their actions and sort of sway side to side and mimic their movements as best you can, taking your secondary arms and struggling to figure out what to do with them. However, you unfortunately caught them near the end of a song, and as they pick up a new beat that requires a completely different style of performance, you are left completely sidelined. Like, you have no idea what to do next, because you are starting, and what you have done before is suddenly no longer working. It is no longer the expectation, and you, being the Thri-Kreen you are, painfully aware of this. However, you have the aid of Realice to sort of help guide you through,
Yeah, I'm just gonna teach them how to dance,
as well.
sorry.
Yeah. You have a sort of moment where you take you are in a sort of quasi-social helpless state and need to rely on Realice to lead you into this dance and sort of allow yourself to lose your guard as you are taken through the room. And you guys get to recover a combined 23 HP, and because you guys are dancing together, you guys are able to share this HP however you wish, depending on how much Realice leans into supporting you through this dance.
I support him fully because I'm at full HP.
All right.
Okay, I gain 4 HP and go to the bowl.
But more importantly, you have the moment of being able to let your guard down as Realice sort of
Tricky
guide,
is
leads the dance.
There is a visible panicking, and then Realice is there,
Yeah.
and everything is okay.
Everything's okay.
is okay.
Aww.
Which is totes adorbs.
Which is
Meantime,
funny because somebody about to break up this whole ass scene looks at the fucking owl.
yeah, right. All right, I'm gonna
Fucking
move
hate
on.
this.
I'm gonna move on to Fish. Fish, you are going you're doing stargazing. They have windows that splay out on the left side. Or sorry, you're lounging. You're not stargazing. Snuff is stargazing, so you're kind of just
Yes.
you're kind of just
lounging.
you're just lounging around, having casual chats with some nameless faces in Dorema, or you might be sharing your latest antics with Pandora.
Latest antics with Pandora. Hey, remember when we kicked your ass like
I was
4 days ago?
I was thinking more on the lines of, oh, what is WoW up to? Like in this party.
He's fucking some bitches too.
In his dreams.
He's gonna pee his pants.
Yeah.
And while you have the chance to socialize a little bit, still finagling with your belongings after snatching up those
Thank you.
those utensils, which I assume you find an opportunity to stuff them in your bag of holding. Okay. You know, you're keeping yourself presentable as you have this conversation. You can make an insight check if you'd like.
Sure.
Okay.
19.
Okay. So you sense having a little bit of small talk with Pandora, you sense a great inner conflict happening between her. She looks to be like working up the courage to ask you something, but it is more uncomfortable than it is like pure shyness or nervousness. It is specifically a sort of discomfort, as if she's going to do something she doesn't want to do or is regretting that she has to do.
Okay, and as a result, I start to look a bit uncomfortable too. Because now I'm nervous.
Oh, we're gonna be nervous together. And they were both nervous.
There's a little bit of...
Oh my god, they were nervous mates.
I'm gonna make a new I'm gonna make like a Postmates, but instead of delivering food, I just deliver awkward silences.
No, stop.
I have enough in my life, thank you.
You share an awkward moment, but after a little while, Pandora sort of leans in and whispers to you, I have something to ask of you. And she motions over to the corner as if she wants to have this conversation in private.
Yeah? What's up?
She stands and sidles over to a little... Is this a fireplace? I honestly can't tell. No, it's a coffee table. She leans against the wall on the coffee table. And
Sorry,
this... What?
Yeah, okay. No, never mind.
And despite seemingly finding the courage to start whatever conversation she is planning, you can see that her discomfort has not quite subsided yet. And she asks, or rather, she starts off with what seems like unfitting for her current expression, a remarkable compliment. She says, I'm happy that no one has been able to, or no one's really been giving me a lot of trouble now that I've had someone to go to this party with. My head's just reeling about what happened last time I went to a place like this with no date. But surprisingly, well, I mean, not surprisingly, I don't mean to say that I didn't expect this, but this has been a wonderful time. She finally kind of gets that word out.
And Fish is just kind of like nodding slowly, waiting for the rejection.
Oh no.
Don't think like that.
I always think like that.
I like that too, so I'm projecting.
Her words warm up a little bit as she begins to elaborate a little bit. And she says, you know, I really appreciate you listening to me in earnest and not begging for a performance and, you know, that kind of stuff. The thing that you would expect other people that might be interested in me to reach for all the time. Truth be told, I've had a performance I've been working on, and I would really like for you to listen to it. I would love to know what you think of it. But it's, she gets a little bit, flustered. A bit in progress. I'm not really ready to show it publicly. And she leans in and whispers this to your ear. You can feel the heat from her breath as she utters this phrase. He says, I would like to see if you would be interested in hearing this upstairs. Damn, everyone's going crazy.
Go to the room.
Maybe not that
Pandora-
room. Maybe not that room.
Pandora doesn't know.
Pandora kind of know. Well, I mean, she doesn't really know, but
Fish is just like, sure.
I fucking love it. Oh my god.
This is great. I'm here for this.
I would love to hear it.
Oh my god.
But at the same time, she's like panicking. She's like, upstairs. Why don't we just go like someplace else? Upstairs.
do you don't ask that, do you? You're just kind of panicking internally.
Yeah, just panicking internally.
Okay. She kind of takes a deep breath and sort of breathes a sigh of relief when you agree, and she's like, well, I'm trying to figure out what she says, even though I had literally planned this. She just breathes that sigh of relief and is like, good, I'll wait for you over there. And she kind of looks around and sort of lets her hand brush along your shoulder as she makes her way out, trying not to attract too much attention. She leaves and sort of lets you know that she'll be waiting for you whenever you're ready to see her.
My God.
Hey, fucking yo, Pandora, let's go.
She kind of puts on the moves a little bit.
Damn.
That's a little bit
Fish is
shit.
experienced.
I want to see a lot of it at this point.
Excuse me.
If that's a little bit, I'm just saying.
Okay.
All right, Apis, what are you up to?
Oh my
Here we go.
I
Here
can't
we
top that.
go.
I absolutely
You
cannot.
can't. You can try. You can certainly try.
But
Mr. Taco singing
Look at-
musical healing or hearing?
Try to woo Pen. Steal her right up from underneath Chad's grasp.
Pen's not.
Right.
Where is Pen? Oh, this is.
Pen
Oh,
is
sorry.
coming back.
Sorry. I didn't mean Apis. I meant Apis. What are you doing?
air quotes.
Yeah, Apis, yeah.
The cooler Apis.
Yeah, the better Apis, yeah.
Oh my
When
lord.
you make your way to the storage room, sure enough, as your memory informed you earlier, there is a few drunkards who had been pouring themselves over caskets of wine. In fact, there's probably a small crowd of them by now, just sharing loud drinking songs and making rude gestures to each other as they talk about their antics, successes, and failings of the Dungeon Royale. You can see that they that not only are loud and rambunctious, but also have a bit of a temper.
Oh boy. All right, I am gonna grab a mug myself, take a swig, and help regale into the stories of the lovely the battle royale as much as I can. And if I notice that they are a little riled up and a little short-tempered, I'm gonna tell them about all the jabs a certain bug has been making towards them from the dungeon.
Eat shit.
Oh my gosh. That's pretty cool. Actually, you don't need to make a check because you guys have already done this investigation before. But yeah, you
fill up their mugs, talk as much shit as possible.
Oh yeah. What's the worst thing you tell them? I imagine it's like, oh, he said that your brain tasted like week old fish.
I'm not playing a bard, so my vicious mockery isn't as good, but yeah, I would say something along those lines. Maybe how they were too weak for his liking.
Oh no.
I just would like to also point out on my OBS and stuff like that, it's funny because on how I had to react to setup, Apis is literally in between me and Tricky right now.
Love you too, Ray.
This shit, don't you bring this up for me?
It works flawlessly, and they start and after a few snide comments, they start sharing their own strengths, and they start hyping each other up to go ahead and just show that bug what they're made of.
You motherfucker.
They're ready to pick a fight.
Well, what do you say, gang? Shall we show him what?
Yeah.
What we're truly made of?
Yeah, they start chanting a variation of the Philip song with the chorus: "Fill up a mug and squash the bug."
No!
Do I get to do combat this session?
Probably not.
Dang.
All right. That being said,
where I probably would have been fake drinking, air quotes.
Oh yeah, yeah. You were disguising your
swig after that.
in solidarity. Of course, they march along the hallway in attempts to find the Thrycreen. You probably take an opportunity to discreetly separate yourself from the group, allowing the distraction to take its course.
You fucker.
All right, now it is 12 midnight. You hear the chimes of the bells across the castle ring, indicating that a new day has passed. Things are starting to wind down. People have, in a lot of ways, drunken themselves to a stupor, danced their bodies out, and so on. You can get mad at me all you want, but people are starting to file away. People are starting to retire for the night. The party is still going fairly strong, but you get the sense that things are starting to quiet down. And while the party itself will probably go on for quite a while, all the big things, the important things, the distractions, all that stuff that window is fast closing. Feel free to decide what you will be doing this round. Really's just like for no particular reason, I want to go upstairs and start peeping.
It is midnight. This is where all the weak ones leave.
Yeah, literally all the weak ones leave.
Yeah.
AKA me.
I need to get the thing from Sin, and then I need to do a last thing with Really's.
Sin had told you that she will inform you when their services are ready. So you don't have to go find Sin. She will find you.
She will find you. Oh god.
Well, it'd be very cute if it were now.
Would it? Okay.
I mean, because they
For
was
the-
trying to tell me anyways.
For the last. This is. Oh, sorry, brain go Bert.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm going to have. Someone's messaging me. Give me a second.
One.
Beat my ass.
I mean.
Okay.
Where is it? Okay, that's fair.
By the way, I'm taking this long of a time because it's the DM messaging me.
Shut! Why you gotta pull the curtain back?
Fuck the
Well,
curtain.
I'm pulling the curtain back so it doesn't look like I'm disrespecting the game
Yeah.
by
Aw.
like being like,
I'm
Yeah.
a cast prestidigitation on the curtain.
Mhm.
I'm gonna make the curtain shit itself.
Why would you do that? Stop it! No. That's just mean.
You know what's even meaner?
Hmm.
all right,
Picking a fight on the bug.
You bitch.
I'm gonna drag Realise to the aviary, I guess.
Drag really?
You can drag it. Bye.
All right.
Let's go see some birds.
Let's go see some birds.
All right. You guys go ahead and do that. Wait, I'll just move you there. It is worth noting, we're not taking your turn right away, but while you are doing that, you do have a small crowd of very drunk students who have made loud cheers and have begun to approach you. They don't have weapons, because obviously no one took their weapons with them, but they've got big mugs and they're swinging it around aggressively. They don't get close enough to be of harm before members of staff begin to intercept them, causing a bit of a commotion, causing a distraction in the aviary, the kennels, the ballroom, the music room, the storage room, as well as, well, mostly those areas. Maybe if you strain it, the garden and the stables as well. Maybe the central garden. But that is going to be what's happening here. Ruktak, are you still reading?
Dumb question. Yes, I am.
Okay.
I look at the dumb question.
Fish, are you
Of
going
course.
upstairs?
Fish.
Are you chickening out on us?
Nah, this is fish we're talking about.
Fish's skull.
I thought I heard fish for a second.
Whew, I need a nice pop to cool this down.
Yeah, everyone,
Shut the fuck up, I hate you.
everyone get your stamps ready in the chat.
Not the stamps.
The stamp for what?
I don't know. This felt fitting.
She probably got called away.
Oh gosh, Fish really did get called
Oh, no,
away.
scared.
No.
Yeah, she's scared.
Oh no! Fish chickening out. All right, Apis, go ahead.
Chickening out. Alright, bird man, what you doing?
Fucking flipped over to me while I was choking on an ice pop.
Good.
Don't deep throat ice pops. What the fuck?
How else do you eat them? God.
Honestly, I always deep throat mines. So yeah.
I chew on them like a
Why
Neanderthal.
did you?
Your teeth probably hate you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
They
take
do, but for
advantage
different
of
reasons.
the distraction
Well, here you go.
to make
Mhm.
my way up to the aviary.
You don't know
Okay.
where we are.
They can. Apis can hear the loud chanting and the scuffle happening. It is not difficult to find where you are.
We're not in the aviary. We're somewhere else. What do you mean, cough?
Kill the bug down the halls.
Moving. Jesus Christ, say it again.
All right. So, I want to quickly go over Ruktuk first, since
Yeah.
Ruktuk has it pretty straightforward. Ruktuk, you are still poring your eyes over a series of tomes. You've read basically everything you need to worry about in terms of Jadi's patronage. Now you have the Tome of Ancient Dwarven Artifacts out.
Yes. What do I
Gi-
roll for that one?
Give me a history check. All right,
Fuck yeah.
I need you to spend 6 HP to succeed.
Damn, imagine.
19. Alright.
All
What
right.
do I learn?
You find
Also,
the
that
few.
is nat 20, which is
you-
cool.
You find the few. You find a whole chapter on magical items born from the smithing of oracles and dwarves who are gifted with the power of divinity. As you pore
Sounds like
over
sniffing
these,
an oracle
you,
would hurt.
that's what it seems like. But dwarves are surprisingly skilled at it.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least there are dwarven practices that allow such work to bear fruit. And while you pour over, you might be shocked at just how many ancient artifacts fit this sort of description, fit this sort of category. A whole like half of a book is dedicated to this. You basically narrowed down your search to several items that just really connect you to that item that you had. However, they're so similar in how they are visualized, the tales about them, again, being very ancient, dating back at least 1,000 or more years. They're vague and they're unclear and they're inconsistent between people who have held it, between generations. You have a hard time pinning down one of the few options you have. You get the feeling if you had the orb, if you had the Pearl of Clarity with you, you could narrow down your search and learn some more valuable insight about what this item is and what it does. But you need to get the pearl first.
We only have one more round after this, correct?
Essentially, yes.
Yeah.
Now, of course, if you
Not
get
gonna
the
bother with it then.
okay. Now let's move on to Tricky and Realise, who had been sharing a pleasant, serene moment with a collection
Yeah.
of crows and other exotic avians before the chanting and the scuffling had begun at the front gates as people try to usher them around, and other students who have nothing to do with this start to cheer in. Other students come in to spectate. Other students who are a bit more on the goody two-shoes side try to help the servants. It becomes a bit of a crowd and it becomes very distracting. Meanwhile, Apis, you are approaching the aviary. Are you trying to blend in? Are you trying to sneak in?
Fuck.
Yeah, what you doing, bitch?
It is definitely more than an hour. So I would have to use another disguise self.
Right, you would need to do that. Which,
So
I mean, you have a distraction. This is something that you could have done in the room, in like preceding the garden. Just spend the spell slot.
That would be my second first level spell slot, so I don't got much.
You don't got much left.
Cantrips galore. So I guess I will not continue as Apis. I'm more as another guest, and I am gonna Assassin's Creed blend in.
Okay. So in that case, what I would like for you to do is give me a deception check
Right.
with advantage due to the distraction.
Oh. Actually, yeah, I'll use that instead. And sorry, I was trying to decipher that. What roll did you say?
You make a deception check with advantage.
All right. Switch over to the
Roll low,
advantage. Fuck you.
Yeah!
Yikes. Yikes.
You should have yikes.
Well then, I don't know. I don't
think I have the HP.
Yeah, how much HP are you spending on this?
Because it's 21, baby.
Fuck.
Wait, 23.
My max health is what, 8?
Isn't this contested by us?
What is your passive insight? Both of you.
Passive insight.
Passive
Yes.
insight. Oh, blah, 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 blah.
That would be 14.
13.
Okay.
So 7 plus 14 or 7. So I would have to spend 7.
I don't even know if we have 7 HP.
I really don't.
My own.
Well,
Actually, it is.
Oh.
No, that is only on saving throws or attack rolls.
oh, are you looking at your
Favored by the gods, yeah.
Yep. That won't do it.
That's
Actually,
not gonna help
double
you.
checking. Sorcerer 5e.
You're not gonna win this. Just take your loan.
Take
No,
the L.
I refuse.
Take your loan.
I refuse to take my L.
Take your L.
Yeah.
Be ratioed.
Okay. Yeah. No, I can't use that.
Oof.
It's kind of cringe.
You can't like time thingy it. Oh no, because it was a what advantage, right? I was gonna like you maybe you could chrono shift it, maybe? I don't know.
It's fake Apis.
Right. Yeah.
Doesn't have time powers.
Yeah.
We can give him
like-
time powers if you'd like.
Time powers are super rare.
Yeah, unfortunately you already have advantage, so inspiration ain't gonna help you here.
Yeah, that's right. So it won't help. I knew that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
Take it
gonna.
out.
I'm gonna have to take my L.
So you guys are trying to enjoy an aviary demonstration with the ruckus happening in the corner. Tricky. It's particularly distracting for you, since they are, of course, referring to you derogatorily. For a moment, you had blissful peace, and now it's been sort of besmirched. You had disadvantage on your passive insight, which means you don't actually notice this very creepy nameless student meandering around, hugging the
Isn't
side.
disadvantage -5?
Yeah, which means that. Oh
I'd be
right,
at
you
9.
didn't. Yeah, you didn't spend any HP. That's right. That's right. So neither of you guys failed to notice this. You both managed to see this very creepy student just sidling along the gate, entering or attempting to enter in whatever
Wait.
fashion Apis deems appropriate.
Wait, hold on. I think I probably wouldn't be named this because I've had disadvantage on shit all night. So
Oh yeah. You
Oh,
literally you have disadvantage all the time because you're Vialise.
yeah.
You're at 8, which still beats 7.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
Yeah. So you guys definitely both still
I'm
notice
trying to
this.
help you, Avis. I tried.
Yeah.
Don't help me. I'm your enemy.
I
At this
know.
point-
You're my friend out of character. That's hard for me, alright?
You rolled a 2 and a 1. The dice just decided like this wasn't gonna work.
Yeah, the guy
Yeah.
said fuck you.
the gods have failed me, and
Yeah.
I'll take the punishment. All right.
So what does creepy not Apis do?
Creepy not Apis.
I am.
I'm already on edge anyway, so this is fun.
The question is, who the fuck is picking me? No one I care about right now.
You'd laugh it was Dryad.
No, he already pinged me earlier.
I'm all about those secret pings.
Question.
No answer.
I'm waiting.
Command.
You bitch.
Okay, yes.
I'm not sure if we could make drop as in drop the pearl, or I doubt
You
she
would
has a-
Release would
holding
need
it, is
Release would need to
I'm
be
not holding
holding the pearl in her hand.
Yeah,
Now, if you make Release aware of your intent as like in regards to the pearl, you could make her give you the pearl using a give command. Assuming Release can reach for it and give you the pearl in one turn, which she would be able to.
I mean, as far as I'm aware, I don't know they noticed me, right?
I mean, let me see.
Unless they're like actually gonna stare me down.
I mean, currently I'm
They
looking
don't-
at birds.
They don't seem to notice you. They definitely notice you, but they don't seem to notice you.
I think I am just gonna try to pass Release
Mm-hmm.
and do ye old switcheroo.
Okay. What does that mean?
Basically, I'd figure they have it on their person. I'm gonna attempt to grab it out of their bag, basically pickpocket.
Oh man.
Fucker.
All
I'm
right.
looking at you, pickpocket.
All right. So unfortunately, this pickpocket is going to have disadvantage. So make a disadvantage. Oh, well, it cancels out because of the distraction. So make a standard sleight of hand check.
So I already have advantage, but disadvantage. So
Yeah. So you
putting
have
an
a normal
inspiration
check.
is not gonna.
I see this creepy ass guy just fucking coming towards my date, right?
Yes. Yes. I mean,
I am just going to grab this man.
All right. You are just going to intercept this dude. In that case, what I'm going to need is for, instead of you to make a sleight of hand check, I would like all three of you to roll initiative.
Bet.
Hell yeah.
That's fucking go.
All right, play the Mission Impossible theme.
Oh, that's a crit.
Big initiative.
Oh, look, Ava's going live.
Yikes. All right. This creepy, definitely weird, random student is making a pass at your girl, and you go first.
Let's fucking go.
Moreover, you realize that due to the distraction caused by the crowd, no servant would notice what you're doing right now.
Oh, true. We're in here alone.
Just shank him.
Yeah, just shake him.
You have no weapons.
I have my orb.
You're gonna brain this dude with your orb.
I have my orb. I have my orb with me.
Or
Orb?
My arcane focus is my orb. Yeah.
Your orb is a valid arcane focus.
Yeah.
Orb?
Orb?
I got stuck in my head now.
Do I go slow or do I go fast?
I don't know.
Slower, rough, or fast and...
No, slow and rough.
Excuse me. We're talking again. Like we're in combat. All right.
All right.
Make it quick and painless.
No. Make him suffer.
Terrifying mind leech.
Holy! Oh no.
That's what I was waiting on.
That's a charisma saving throw.
Yep. DC
Yes.
15.
DC 15.
Let me quick consult the guide
You are like super dead. You're like super dead.
for a inspiration.
Are you inspiring this?
We're gonna consult the guide and do it.
It's just funny because I was being nice to you earlier and I gave you an inspiration, so.
That's
Whoa!
So I take half of 9.
I don't think you
No,
take
you
anything.
take 0.
You take
Oh.
0.
Yeah.
Tricky looks at you. It is very clear that he is looking straight at you, despite his eyes being faceted and not really looking anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, you had to move your arms and glow to perform
Yeah,
that
yeah.
psionic trick.
And he is glowing, and you hear his voice in your head. Now, who are you?
Well, shit.
You're ruining my date. Get out of here.
Literally.
All right, I passed the release.
Release, it is your turn. And if you had not noticed this creep approaching your handbag by now, Tricky has
Yeah.
made it obvious.
You trick, you haven't made it obvious. Fuck. What am I gonna do? Look at my abilities real quick.
Oh man. Which spell do I just nuke you from orbit with?
Fucking nuke this man with.
Remember, spells can be lethal. You know, if you use a melee attack, you can knock someone out non-lethally. You can't do that with a spell. You might just straight up kill this guy. So
I kind of like you out of character, but I don't like you in game. So it's just like,
well, I mean, this is an Apis, so go gung
Yeah,
ho
that's true,
as you like.
No, sure,
I mean, you. Well, actually, kind of do know.
yeah, no, I know. Fuck, what do I want to do to you? I don't know how much HP you have either, so it's just like, okay. Yeah.
Okay. We've got exactly 2.5 hours.
Okay,
You got this. I believe in you.
You know what? I'm just gonna let Tricky have his way with the student, and I'm just gonna cast blindness deafness on him.
Oh my gosh.
Make a
Blindness
con save
deafness.
of 14.
Are you blindnessing or deafnessing?
Blinding him.
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make this normally.
Are you subtle spelling this?
Yes,
Okay.
because I don't want.
Hey yo!
This agent is a hero.
You fucker.
All right, Apis, it's your turn. I mean, you do have like movement. You can move away if you want.
Nah, I'm paying right the fuck here.
All right.
I am gonna first use my free action, and with using my actor feat, I am just gonna talk like Apis.
But you're not Apis. You're like a nameless student.
However, disguise self does not disguise your voice.
Right, but you
didn't
look.
disguise self. Didn't you say you're not using your first level spell slot?
No, he's using as far as I understand, you disguise as a weird student.
Yeah, that.
However, I can mimic speech of another person with
Yes.
the actor feat.
Yes, you can replicate Apus's voice, but you don't look like Apus right now.
Listen,
Mm-hmm. This is gonna be
I have
weird
a
shit.
plan.
Okay.
Alright.
Whoa, chill. It's just me. It's just sounding
Apus?
like Apus.
The fuck?
I guess wisdom, insight versus charisma, deception, huh?
Yeah.
However you guys like to do it. Your charisma check is at your deception check is at an advantage because you are an actor.
Yeah.
Tricky. Your insight check is normal. Release yours is at disadvantage because
Yep, I know.
your shit is always at disadvantage.
Yeah, because my shit
But
is
she's
always
not being watched by anyone.
I guess you're right.
Wait, what was it? Oh no.
Oh
Aw,
my god!
shit.
Oh my god!
no,
Why
come on to me.
why is this man so good? I knew I hired the right man for the job.
This woman, thank you very much.
Fair. But no, if we're going based off of the whole the disadvantage thing, I'm using an inspiration to make it a straight roll.
Okay. You make the roll with advantage because Tricky is right. You aren't really being watched.
Alright, then I'll make it with advantage then.
The distraction kind of cancels that out.
19.
Unfortunately,
fucking
that's still not really enough. I mean, again, you guys decide how this goes out. I'm not going to intervene between in a conflict between players, but you guys see the dice, so go as you may.
Listen, something happened. I was gonna try to get that pearl out of here.
Change back.
Yeah.
Inch back?
Change back.
Oh, I will. Fuck.
I mean, there's a room for that, but not now. Like, what
I'd
even
rather-
happened?
I'd rather not. I'm trying to get out of this party stealthily. But you would try the friend, right?
Counterspell.
It's somatic, so you can see this.
I'm pretty much just taking my
You're
thumb
subtle
and-
spelling everything.
I actually can't subtle spell.
Oh, then you're getting
but
counterspelled.
The somatic is literally just.
You
I am
can't.
just-
It's a somatic. I can see it. You can't be
Yeah.
secret. You can't be subtle with any somatic component.
Yeah. Literally
counterspell.
just try to rub some makeup on their lips to
I
counterspell.
Hmm.
Oh no, that doesn't work.
Because if he wasn't going to do it, I damn
Quick,
sure was going to
quick! Try something else before play passes to Tricky.
That would be my action to
Oh.
try to cast that, though.
Tricky, it's your turn. You believe this is Apus, probably, but also Apus just tried to cast a spell on you.
Well, I also know that Apis doesn't need magic to change shape, so he would be able to just change back and forth.
Yeah.
I know that he can freely change shape, so he would just be able to change his
Yeah.
face briefly.
You're probably
Actually-
you are
Yeah.
probably right. Although common sense would dictate that you probably shouldn't do that. Even you probably shouldn't do that in the middle of a crowd, even if they're distracted. It's quite risky.
Yeah, I love how I'm doing this against the two people that know.
Yeah.
literally know you.
Specifically the two people that already know. I mean, right now, like most of the party knows that you can that you can do the thing. But yeah, good luck, Cricky. Do your thing. I mean, I
Well,
support you doing whatever you
I
want.
hope you forgive me, but I'm sure I can find a way to drag you out of here.
What are you about to do to him?
are you trying to do?
I think he's trying to knock you out, my guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna. What is the thing that I have that's best against this?
Mm-hmm.
This is not gonna end well.
No, it's not. I'm surprised this thing lasted more than one round. I'm surprised you got a turn.
I am surprised too, and I fucked it up.
I was expecting you to just do command and then run.
I am going to cast Firm Denial.
Oh.
And because you're a spellcaster, it does another 1d4 plus, not +4, so it would just be 3.
So 11
It is a
total.
So it'd be
charisma
11.
saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
I
You
am
take
not.
11.
I am not burning my last inspiration.
Yeah, just-
on this.
You
Yeah.
also have
I am-
disadvantage on the saving throw.
Oh, fuck.
Because of fire, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That
That's a
doesn't make
13.
it. That was very
You take-
good.
You take 11 force damage.
Yeah. I only have 5 HP.
Now, you only have 5 HP out of how much?
5.
You're dead.
Yeah, you basically kill this woman.
Oh,
I will share a picture in.
You
discussion.
use your forceful denial, knowing Apis's relative strength, and find yourself somewhat shocked when this creature, who doesn't look like Apis or the person they had originally disguised themselves as, suddenly crumples to the ground, dead.
Wait.
You just
What?
killed someone?
Well, that was
I-
unexpected.
I did not plan for you to kill someone.
No one planned for this, Dryad.
Oh my god.
What the actual? Oh, jeez.
Well then. Apis, do you have any last words?
Well,
What the heck?
this Apis literally has no words except for, well, shit.
Shut up, Angel! I did nothing! I just watched!
You did everything.
To be fair, denial is the least damaging thing I have, and is also like specifically designed to stop people from casting spells.
Well, you
Yeah.
named some kinds of spells, alright. Let me
I
get
mean,
them in the door.
Yeah, that's one way to stop casting spells. So yeah.
I'm really waiting
Um,
for Sam to realize what happened this session.
Well, that's not Apis.
No.
Okay.
But they had Apis' voice. What?
There's
What?
been a murder at the party.
There's
Just literally been a murder at the party. Holy shit. This game is turning into Clue.
Tricky.
Tricky in
you-
the aviary with
I'm
the
sure-
mind blast.
Tricky in character. I don't think I need to inform you of just how bad it would be for your character if a murder that you were responsible for was discovered during the one party that you were allowed to
You were
go
supposed to be
to
on the
since
day
your
before.
imprisonment.
Right.
Probably the absolute worst thing you possibly could have feared just came to pass.
Cause yeah, totally. So Ria's freaking out just a tad bit because of what happened.
Good lord, this music.
Yeah, I love this music so much. Put it like this, both me and Rhea are freaking out right now because, oh my god. There's a murder. Well, shit.
Ruby is standing there, just statue still, looking down at this corpse.
Yes.
Okay,
The full strength of your psionic power demonstrated. The first true victim. You may have always imagined the manifestation of your power, waylaying foes, and in a sort of glorious or victorious or triumphant flourish. You never imagined, well, never imagined may not be the right word, but it is a terrible shame that your first prey came out like this.
Yeah. Okay. I am trying to contemplate anything that I can do right now.
Elise, you need to leave.
I can't just leave you here with this.
Yes, you can. And you have to.
I hate you, Avis. I hate you so fucking much.
As you bicker, the somewhat jovial chants from the rowdy students seem to grow louder in your mind. The weight compiling down, the words being granted new meaning. Grab a mug and squash the bug.
Fuck, Avis, you fuck.
Can I also
I would like to is there anywhere in this room that I can temporarily hide this body? I don't intend for it to be hidden for long.
You let's see. Give me either a charisma deception check or a wisdom survival check.
I will do a deception check.
Okay. All right. You have only a split moment to scan around the room and consider that quite a pile of bird feed and other mulchy supplies are here, both to tend to the crows and allow the moss to flourish around the center, giving this a bit of a haphazard, rocky but natural look. It is a long shot, but tossing the body over the railing into the water and covering it with mulch would probably buy you a little bit of time. You don't know how much, but it should at least last until the party ends.
Okay.
Cause I mean, like, I can like turn over like.
hey
I really just need you to leave and get as far away from this situation as you can.
hey men, can I say something with the body?
Yes.
Please don't. Please don't.
Oh, okay.
This is.
I would figure if they tried to move the body, the large pearl that they have would roll out.
What are you doing, Apex? What the fuck are you doing?
Okay. I mean, I'll keep that in mind.
You fucker.
Just say.
I'm being very careful to make sure that everything is as temporarily covered as I can.
Okay.
But does the orb roll out? Because I will pick it up.
with a grand deception check, you are very careful to not leave any evidence. Nothing would roll out. However, as you pour the body and toss the body over and start covering it, basically putting your filthy hands through, making sure that all aspects of the body are covered, you make a note of a large lump hidden in the side of one of the agent's many pockets. You do have a moment to take it out if you'd like, but you just make a note otherwise of a large bulb, a sphere shaped bulge in their pocket.
Is that a bulgy I see?
No.
What?
Stop.
I gotta lighten this mood, bro. I am anxious,
Tricky is going to clean his hands as best he can from the
Yeah, there's plenty of
Surge.
water.
yeah, and then he's going to give Release a hug.
No, man. I'm emotional.
I have to go now.
It's a.
I'm gonna go find Sin.
Fuck, man.
Okay. You make your exit, as you do. The chanting from the rowdy students intensifies as they see you leaving, and about this point, the stewards have pretty much had enough and start forcefully breaking up the crowd. The drunk students can barely stand up, and eventually, the crowd is finally dispersed.
Can I go find Sin?
You can find Sin. At this point, Sin would probably be cleaning up the shooting range.
Should have took friends. I swear to God. I would have been fucking fine.
Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna move my token over there. I'm gonna just leave this to Theater of the Mind.
Okay.
I'm going to kind of clamber into the shooting range.
You hear you hear Moss sort of call out to you like, "Aye, careful! I'm almost, you gotta be, I'm switching." Tricky?
Hello, Miss Sin.
Oh, if it isn't the Thrycreen, was it? I am working on what we had discussed earlier, but I do have quite a bit.
I'm sorry, something has gone terribly wrong.
Beg your pardon?
I need to speak to you somewhere safe.
Another mess? I've had quite enough of these ruffians.
It's very bad. I do not think I can impress upon you the seriousness of what has occurred.
Oh dear. And she looks to one of the she looks to one of the servants behind her, and she calls out, "Marcus, let's close down the range for today. We're getting a bit late anyway, and we're getting short-staffed. Go ahead. Mosk, we're done here. Please return your blasting rod. You've been giving me a migraine ever since I got in here." He just scoffs but silently does as he's told. He knows better than to talk back at Sin Divatail. Hey, Maestro, thank you so much for the hydration station. That was a weird time to say that, but yes. After they spend a minute or two fully closing up the shooting range, Sindibadel turns to you and sort of okay, follow me. I can bring you to a room upstairs and we can discuss the weight of the matter.
I will follow her closely and very quietly and solemnly.
Okay. As you make your way around, again, both in a sort of relief, but also in a sickening twist, you can hear faintly through the beating of your own chest the music of the party that continues despite the tragedy that just happened. All right, that was a thing.
That was definitely a thing, yeah.
Actually, I need to
This was
continue.
not my
It's
intention.
not over.
It is not over, I suppose. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, God.
I have more things. But I guess if we want to continue on to other people for now, that's okay.
Yeah, let's move on to Fish, who hasn't done their turn yet, and then we will handle Tricky. This party's pretty much wrapping up to a close, I think.
I will be there in 1 minute.
Oh no, Fish! All right, Tricky, let's wrap up your arc.
You don't need to skip me. I will be there in like literally 1 minute.
Okay.
Wrap up Tricky's arc forever.
Count up the seconds, Maestro guy.
Yeah, totally count up the seconds, man.
10, 11. Every second after a minute Fish is not here, I'm removing an inspiration.
No, leave her information alone.
4 Mississippi.
I'm quite evil.
5 Mississippi.
Wow.
6
60 seconds? Oh, shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
You are so
No.
mean to me.
For just 1 gold, Maestro guy, you can help pay for this poor agent's funeral.
No, stop!
Oh.
I'm so distraught right now, man. First it was Apis last session, now it's just an agent this one. My heart can't take this shit.
We've gone too
destruction was
far.
not my intention.
We've gone too far, but are you sure you dealt 11 damage?
Okay.
Yeah, it was 11.
So let's read this out. 1d4 force damage
Yes.
plus Ravenous Powers gives me not Ravenous Powers, sorry. Wrong one. Empowered Psionics. So plus 4.
But wait,
So-
I thought that was
So
all...
that makes it 8.
Okay.
That's what the 8 comes from.
Yes.
Plus the extra 1d4 because they
He's a
could cast
spellcaster.
spells,
Yeah.
which would make it plus 3 because we have to subtract 4 from the second 1d4.
I see. That's why you rolled it again.
That's why, yeah.
That's where the 11
Yeah.
comes from. Okay. Yeah. No, they're super dead.
Technically, if I chose not to do Empowered Psionics, it would have not killed them.
Yeah, but you couldn't have known that it was going to kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just funny because we were literally talking right before this how spells can kill people.
Yeah, I warned Realise about it.
I thought they had more HP than that.
Yeah,
I thought-
yeah, that's fair.
5 HP, huh?
And a dream.
1 more HP and they wouldn't have died.
Yep.
Mhm.
No, it's
At
been more than
level
a
1,
minute.
you start with 6 HP plus your Constitution modifier.
I
This
might
mother-
have given you a negative modifier.
You bitch.
My dog just walked over my keyboard.
Oh,
Jeremy
okay.
is just-
I'm glad I have a backup character.
Like, hot damn.
Yeah.
So just to clarify, it was not actually Apis.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
No,
was not Apis.
actually Apis that died.
I did
no.
not actually kill Apis.
No.
Okay, good.
Good.
Yeah.
As long as it's not Apis, it's fine.
No, I'm about to kill
Yeah,
Apis.
murder is fine as long as it's not one of the like characters we care about.
No, I'm killing Apis.
I mean,
It's
you could.
fine.
I mean, you could argue that Tricky kind of killed Tricky.
Yeah,
He's not getting executed.
maybe.
No, it's fine. I got a
Maybe.
plan for this. I just need to
Do
come
you?
back.
Cause you fucked this up, bro.
Okay, Fish, what are you up to?
Bag.
By the way, these guys are super
Huh?
gone by now.
Fish.
So Fish has followed Pandora upstairs.
Ah,
Yeah, let's go.
she went and was like, "I'll wait for you," and no, you're just like, "I'm going now." I'm not waiting.
Because she's just not sure how long to wait, and she's very nervous. So she's like, I guess I'll just go up now. How long am I supposed to wait?
She didn't give you any indication. It was sort of a come whenever you're ready. She said it.
Oh, Fish is ready.
Yeah.
Ready.
So if you go upstairs, you would probably be once you make your presence known, the elf here would give you a greeting, and you would say, "Oh, you must be Fish."
Why do you know my name?
Oh, the Tabaxi lady, she informed me that someone matching your description would be arriving, and he motions to the door
She's just
next to him.
immediately like, oh my god.
Please, please let yourself inside.
Thank
Oh
you.
my fucking god.
But and
Damn, bro.
you make your way across the door, and before you open the door, he does put a hand out to stop you for a second. You see that he has a slightly confused look on his face, and he says, "Oh, wait a second. Do I remember you?
Aww.
Ah, that's right. You requested the room across.
Were you spying on me?
You were not very subtle, my lady."
Not my lady.
Hey, can somebody Discord me? I need to
A
like
new character sheet?
No. Can someone
Like,
Discord
the
me?
activities of my friends.
I
It's
need to
different from
like
my own personal activities.
preserve this.
So, oh my god, that's my dog. In case you,
I love the guest collab.
she's
What do
I
what do
mean,
you need?
It's very noisy.
Can somebody Discord me later when it's time for me to do the thing? Because I need to like go preserve this anxiety.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. I'll be back when y'all summon me.
Okay.
Okay. So what did you
Have-
say,
have
Fish?
fun,
You say that
Fish.
this is the room for your friends?
I said that it's a very different situation from the room for my friends.
I understand. Well, do not let me keep you waiting then, miss.
Thank you. She
Okay.
just kind of awkwardly sneaks in the door and
All
closes
right.
it behind her.
All right. When you make your way in through the door, you see this. You see this like fairly we'll say modest bedchamber. There are a few lavish decorations, most notably the bearskin rug, and a closet that is sort of left half ajar, seemingly filled with various costumes, and a few dimly lit candles on each far end corner of the room. Across from the bed, you see Pandora sitting on a small stool, sort of looking down, kicking her feet, holding what looks to be one of those small, like little miniature harps, almost like what are they called? Like a lyre, in a sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you can see that she has positioned in front of herself what looks to be a music stand, complete with a small book of sheet music. And once you open the door, you can see that she tenses up a little bit and looks to you and says, "Oh, there you are. That was fast."
Yeah, I wasn't sure how long I was supposed to wait. So I just kind of just followed behind a little bit. It's really embarrassing having to ask where you were. And she
Oh.
just kind of giggles awkwardly.
Yeah, sorry, I kind of rushed my way up. Yeah, but thanks. You you should take a he breathes a bit, takes a deep sigh. Why don't you you should lie down and just let yourself get comfortable.
Okay. She just kind of like awkwardly walks over to the bed and hops onto it. And she's just like,
Yeah.
okay.
All
So
right.
she just lays down with her head towards the foot of the bed, and she just like lays on her stomach so she can watch.
Okay. So
Because she would feel really awkward like laying her head down on the pillow. Well, she does grab a pillow to prop up her head.
yeah, you prop up
But
your head, but
she would feel really awkward just laying down on the bed the normal way.
you lie down on your stomach as if to face her. I follow.
Mm-hmm.
And Pandora gives you a warm smile and sort of pays close attention to her music sheet and just sort of, starts to play a beautiful harp melody. I don't have a song for this because I don't want to recycle any other songs. I want to make a particular note of how unique. I'm sorry. I want to make a particular note of its sort of uniqueness, that it's something that obviously Pandora did come up with on her own. And she lets her voice kind of flow through with gentle hums and whispers. She urges you to, to relax. Just listen to the music. As you hear every so often the shuffling of paper as she switches pages from one of her sheets of music. She continues to play. And this stays around for a good, 40 to 50 seconds. And then something strange happened. Because of the music itself is very soothing. It's clear that she sort of composed this song to be nice and calming. She urges you to sort of close your eyes and listen to the music. I don't know if you try to focus on her or try to close your eyes and focus on the tones or just relax or whatever.
Fish is just really enjoying watching Pandora play. So she is very relaxed, but she's enjoying her play.
Okay. So, in that case, as you observe Pandora playing her lyre, she continues to go through the pages, and there is, for a split second, a sour expression on her face as she turns one last page, and you notice just a little too late that a page that she turns to seems just a tiny bit off color and just a little bit detached from the rest of the book as she makes one last grandiose strum and hums a sweet, high-pitched note that sends a very clear arcane energy outward from
Oh.
the book. I'm just double checking with you, Fish. How much hit points do you have?
Oh my god. I have 24?
You have 24. All right. And okay. So she utters this last note, and you can see arcane energy flow from the book. It's just too little too late for you to react as the purplish green energy culminates in a cloud of dust that shoots out and splashes against the wall in front of you, covering you in some arcane aura. And before you have a chance to get up, you feel your consciousness suddenly fade. Roll an Arcana check.
13? Can I roll again? Or
Sure, you can roll. You can use it. You can spend an inspiration if you'd like.
Okay. Guess I
Okay.
got 13.
All right. A 13's not bad. You've seen this spell before. You have only enough time to realize that Pandora just cast sleep on you before your consciousness drifts away. Now, I want to take a moment to see what Tricky does before we resolve what just happened in that room. Tricky, do you have your anxiety with you?
Let me DM him.
Oh, okay.
I already DM'd him.
Kind of cringe.
You're kind of cringe.
I've been summoned.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Summons
we
to-
are on for you right now. As soon as
My
I give
execution block.
as soon as I give Fish a quick DM.
A lot of things happening right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of
I
things
don't like
happening.
any of them.
I don't like any of them
I think I need an adult.
either. I was supposed to be like, I am an adult, but I'm hella baby right now.
Following Sin around, she sees the anxiousness that you have, even through your foreign exterior, and moving away from the sort of posh, no nonsense, maid chief that she strives to be. You see that she takes on a bit more of a traditional soft caretaking role, and basically without even saying a word, just grabs you by the shoulders and brings you to a bed for you to sit down.
Just sort of look up at her for a while.
Do not-
Something. No, you go.
Do not be concerned, Mr. Thrycreen. This room is wait, I the DM, I'm trying to find the right words. This is not her pausing. I'm bad at this. She says, don't, have no concern, Mr. Thrycreen. This room is in solitude, and you are safe.
Yeah.
I believe that is going to change. Something very bad has happened.
Go on.
There was an intruder. And they approached me and my friend. They made a move to, I don't know, but I tried to stop them, and they tried to enchant me in return, and they pretended to be a different one of my friends, and they were so fragile, and I mean, how could I have known that they would die so easily? And now they're going to, what am I supposed to do?
Make a charisma saving throw.
I
Are you inspiring
guess
that?
I should, yeah.
Okay.
That's all I got.
That's all you got. Sin takes a moment to process precisely what you said, and you can see that she looks to be in shock that such a vile activity would have occurred in this noble household. And after she sort of collects her thoughts, she looks to you and she says, "Sir, you are a trained pathfinder, as I understand. Could you, well, first, good sir, I feel we should, on the behalf of the Steel Dome family name, I must express my sincerest apologies that an intruder would find their way into our abode to cause such mischief. However, the consequences of such a confrontation cannot be understated. I respect that you have come to me in good conscience with such a confession, but in our family's name, and you can see that she shuffles around a little bit. She makes a motion further along. She backs away towards the door as if she is scared. And she says, "I must make a
It's okay. I do not think you can fully grasp the consequences that I have to fully grasp. But I am here to take full responsibility.
I must inform the guardians of this household. I would encourage you to remain where you stand.
I will.
In good faith, I must tell you that I, being a learned woman and being not a stranger to such tragedies, I respect your courage. I wish you well in your tribulation. And with that, she's going to whip around and strut out the door quickly.
Tricky hangs his head and he's actually going to position himself on the bed such that he is facing away from the door with his hands behind his back.
Yes, I see. It takes you, well, it feels like hours before you hear the door open, staring towards the wall, as a pair of figures enter the room. Again, you facing behind don't see exactly what is going on, but you do hear the clanking of armor that is indicative of someone who is at least well equipped for combat. And you hear a gruff dwarven voice come from behind you, and as if confirming with Sin, saying, "This is the alleged." Aye. And she nods. Yes, this would be him. It will please. This is a delicate matter. So, you understand. And yeah, I've had my fair share of, I've had my fair share of arrests in a party as, rambunctious as this, but nothing like this. So he's gonna look around, and he's gonna basically sidle up onto you to face you to make sure that you can see him. And he asks you bluntly, "Are we gonna have any trouble?"
No, sir. The body is hidden in the aviary. I'm sorry for the mess there. I needed to be able to turn myself in rather than be found with it. I hope you understand.
Sin calls out, "I'll send someone to gather for the recovery right away." You'll turn around, and the guy will, without many other words, just basically give you blunt and succinct instructions on surrendering yourself, shackling you up, and turning you in. Which will happen very soon, before I switch back to Fish. Fish, are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, Fish, you are not feeling too good, are you?
No.
Okay. So, you don't know, I mean, you know that it's sleep, so it can't have been more than a minute or so. But you see, let's see, how do I describe this? You drowsily find yourself regaining consciousness, resting upon the foot of the bed as you imagined before. For the shortest of moments, you imagine that you must have fallen asleep, but your brain reminds you quickly about your last moment and the realization that you were enchanted. When you have a chance to gain a sense for your own surroundings, you see that Pandora, as opposed to being across from you, lies down, or sorry, is sitting on this desk. You can see that she has an empty bag of holding in her hands and an assortment of silverware splayed out across the desk. This connects quickly to you, and you might feel around and realize the bag of holding you had strapped to your body is gone. She is not looking through your bag. Instead, she has your bag of holding open. But she's not actively rummaging through it. All the silverware seems to be splayed out in the desk, and Pandora seems to be lost in some morose consideration. With a very slow breath, you can feel her tension. But she does not react to your she doesn't react to you immediately, since you have just woken up. She looks almost still. You can see only the jittering of her shaky hands giving any indication of life, and the very sparse breath that she has to take in with some amount of force.
Fish just kind of stares and then it's like, in a very betrayed voice, it's just like, did you use that song to knock me out? Why did you do that?
Pandora, you can see her ears react and her head turn very, very slightly to notice, to make clear her notice of what you said, but she refuses to face you. And she mutters out in a morose voice, she says, I'm sorry. And she will again take a breath, again refusing to look you in the eye. I had to see it for myself. I talked to Tricky about the issue with WAO. Students were concerned about his actions. So many reports of his transgressions in the school. People wanted us to make sure he wasn't up to no good. But he wasn't the only one that they were worried about.
So you asked me to the party to keep an eye on me. Because I'm a big problem. That's it? You didn't actually want to spend time with me? And tears start welling up in her eyes. I was so excited when you asked me, because I've always just kind of admired you from afar. But it was so nice getting to know you, and this whole night felt really special. And I thought you actually enjoyed my company, but now it's just none of it was true. He's and she just falls quiet.
Pandora gives you a sigh and she says, it I had to see it for myself. The rumors that were being spread around you, it means a lot to me.
About what? The whole tricky thing?
No, not that. Your and she drops the bag of holding, and you can hear her voice pick up a bit more. They were calling you a petty thief. I didn't want to believe it.
Fish just stares at the ground.
Where I come from, we don't get the best reputation. I thought that if I just could see that what they were saying wasn't true, then I could be the rest of it easy. But when I saw you at the ballroom, something about your dress, it didn't fit right. I couldn't stop thinking about it. Stealing from one of our classmates, a noble at that. Fish, what are you thinking?
Trying to think of how to get by. You know, everything that I said that night that we went out, we stopped. We stopped at the Silver. All of it was true. And this is just part of what I do and has been for years. For the longest time, being a petty thief was the only thing that made sure that I had a roof over my head and had plenty of food to eat. And it's just kind of stuck. I'm really good at it because I've been honing my skills for ages. And I'd like to be able to not live in a cruddy little inn when the school year is out. I can't do that with what I have. Never have been able to. And I feel like that's just a vastly different experience from people who've grown up in fancy houses like this, literally with a silver spoon in their mouth.
I don't want to hear you justifying this. I believe you. I can't say that I know what it's like, but I really want to believe in you. I I'm supposed to report everything that I found to the maestros, but I'm not going to. I just can't. And you can see that she turns to face you, if only slightly, and you can see that her expression is distraught to match you. I I didn't know what you were going to be like. I didn't want to hurt you, but I can't. I was supposed to be easy. Just a thing. Just a just simple student council stuff. I do this all the time.
Yeah,
It wasn't.
it's easy until you get to know someone, because then instead of just doing your job, it becomes a betrayal. And she's saying all of this with like tears actively streaming down her face now. I trusted you. Although I suppose that. I guess that's what I get for getting asked out by easily the most popular person in school. As if you would ever actually want to spend time with someone like me outside of just keeping an eye on me because I'm your job.
After you say that, give me a second to think.
Can't wait for
What?
can't wait for Fish to storm out of the room only to see Tricky being hauled away in chains.
Yeah, right?
Oh,
This whole scene is fucked up right now. This whole entirety is fucked up right now.
I genuinely have tears in my eyes.
I do too. Don't worry.
Get back to
My
crying.
chest is hurting so much right now.
Oh, this episode is not the fun thing that I thought it was going to be.
All right.
No. We're not having no more fun, y'all. It's no more fun.
What the
Fun's
number?
over.
So when you make that last statement, you can see Pandora sort of snap a little bit, and she grabs a bag and brings it. She approaches you and kind of takes the bag and tosses it at you, letting it flump down to the foot of the bed. And in an almost like a snappy, almost chastising voice, she tries to call you out, and she says, Don't you even dare say something like that about yourself. There was so much. Man, I wasn't supposed to like you. There was so much stuff about you that is good. I don't want you to get arrested and thrown in jail because I believe in you. Because I saw what you told me. I heard everything. I listened. And I hope that you can change.
If you really want me to, it's not even, silverware's not even worth it to me anymore. I'll go sneak it back. And then we can just go our separate ways, I guess. You clearly don't want to actually. I know you're saying that you think that I'm a good person, but I don't know if you actually believe that right now. I can't actually believe that you believe that I'm a good person. So she takes her bag, shoves her tools and her gloves into the bag, and same with the silverware. And then, well, she doesn't put the silverware in her bag, but carrying it, she starts to head towards the door.
You have a bit of a heavy moment having to maneuver around Pandora to collect all of your effects, having your tools sort of laying to the side
Actually,
from Pandora's search.
I changed it.
Oh,
She's just gonna leave the silverware on the table, then just take her stuff, and then head towards the door. So she's just leaving the silverware behind.
okay. You take the silverware and you leave it. Pandora, processing everything you said, is just silent, struggling to think of something to say, but she can't figure it out. And if she had anything that she did want to say, by the time she thought of the right words, you are already out.
Okay, fun.
I'm thinking of the timing. It would be very dramatic to have Tricky currently being
Yeah.
escorted out in chains. So let's do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, might as well. Might as fucking well. This.
Might as well dip some lemon juice into that wound.
Yeah, get
Yep.
that all prepped into that shit too. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yep. So
Beautiful.
Can we have it about to come around the corner for more dramatic effect?
sure. I was thinking that when Fish is making downstairs, glancing around the side, you can just barely peek over to the other window or the other stairwell and see Tricky being escorted by a dwarven
true.
policeman.
I was thinking, hearing you get to hear the noise of the clanking chains,
Yeah.
and you can turn maybe just in time to see Tricky starting to be pulled down the stairs.
You
And
you
then
can
like as y'all going down east side of the stairs, she just is staring at you type shit. Yeah.
you can see the party. You can see the other servants. You can see the elf and this other person sort of react to your or your arrest. They didn't know what was going to happen, even though they had a bit of an inkling from seeing the officer make their way up. But yes, you do see Tricky in chains being led down the stairs the moment you exit the door, through whatever tears you might still have in your eyes.
now she's just panicked.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, Tricky? And so she's like, wait, Tricky, what's going on? And she starts trying to follow them, but they're like,
Yeah.
Tricky and the police are too far ahead.
One of the servants as you approach would put a hand out as a sort of caution, ma'am.
Mm.
Oh, that's my best friend. What happened? What's going on?
As Tricky is just about to lose eye contact with you, from the great distance that he can contact practically only you, Fish, you hear his voice in your mind. And you can see his expression. You can read his antennas and his expression because you've learned. At first he looked panicked and solemn, but on seeing you everything softens and he seems okay and at more peace, and he says, "Do not worry, fish. Everything will be okay. I do not know what will happen to me now. Take care of yourself. I love you so much.
I love you too, Tricky.
Goodbye, fish."
What do you mean goodbye?
And that's all you hear from Tricky.
God, this episode sucks.
So it kind of blows. Yeah, and as Tricky, as Tricky slowly escapes your view, you can hear the corner of your ear, or faintly in your ear, some hushed sounds as the crowd of partygoers half drunk, takes notice of Tricky in chains. The soft murmurs start to grow into a more harsh and quickened murmuring that could quickly attract the attention of basically everyone. Any NPC who's here, Ruktuk, you hear this. Everyone sees Tricky being taken away. As servants and other policemen alike sort of, or guards, or whatever you want to call them, sort of make a conscious effort to surround the Thri-Kreen and prevent anyone from getting closer.
Actually, even if Ruktuk hears about it, Ruktuk's not paying attention, so Ruktuk would not know.
Ruktuk.
Yeah, because
Hey,
Ruktuk will probably be asleep by now. or
Ruktuk
something like
practically
that.
passed out
By
at this point.
has likely passed the fuck out.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. This party is basically over.
Dryad, I hate you.
I would like a scene. God damn it.
Oh yeah.
Fish is gonna try to go find Reelise.
Of course. And
don't know what else to do,
release,
so
of
she's
course,
just
you
like-
notice Tricky being taken away in
Because,
chains.
like, I haven't loved the Aviary. Put it like
And
that.
yeah. Unfortunately, he is surrounded by guards and servants. You don't think you can communicate
No,
or
I
you
haven't
can
left
approach
the
Tricky.
aviary, like, at all. Even when Tricky is coming downstairs, I'm still in the aviary.
Yeah.
You are too
I'm
far
sure-
away for
I'm-
me to contact.
Oh
Yeah.
no. Maybe
Tricky
you
does give you a short look, and it reads, "Stay safe. Don't follow me."
Okay. Okay.
All right. So, not so. If I know Fish wants a scene with Reelise. You definitely have a chance to meet each other before this. It is probably soon after this that Apis and Samuel would finally arrive with Penelope, who, of course,
Yeah.
none of you are aware of anything that has just happened.
I also wanted to have a scene with just by myself real quick before Fish.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay, trying to do this without fucking crying again. Oh,
Yeah, Fish isn't necessarily gonna like. I don't necessarily need to do a scene unless you want to do one.
I mean, we can, but like, I wanted to have a scene
need a
with
moment.
a certain item.
Yeah, I was just saying
Yeah,
Fish would
yeah.
go next.
That's fair. That's fair. So in the process of all of that happening, and after like Tricky left, after doing the thing with the body,
Mhm.
Yeah, because I had fish in my head, so I was about to say fish, but I was like, no, I know my character's fine. I'm not distraught or anything right now. It's totally fine. Ria's gonna kind of like, let me go back over to the area because I don't remember where it was. So Ria's just gonna like slump down. She's not gonna leave. And she's just gonna like, she's going through a lot of emotions right now. Mostly sadness, but she wants to kind of go and like she'll look at the body for a little bit, and then she'll like turn over to her bag and open it, and you will see her pull out a certain pearl.
Yes.
Yeah, and because I was thinking about this the entire time we were doing this, and this is probably gonna be a really, really fucking sappy moment. Oh, but I am going to look into the pearl because I would like to cast the augury spell.
All right. You're casting augury. Remember that augury applies to actions that you take within the next half hour. So what question do you ask?
Okay, fine. All right, fine. Still, my question still applies. All right. Is Tricky gonna be okay? Because I don't know about the whole scene with Tricky shit right now.
Yeah, you would have done this before seeing Tricky go away in chains.
Yeah.
You look into the pearl, uttering the question that you have buried so deep in the back of your head, seeking for any sort of guidance.
I was saying okay / save. Put it like that, yeah.
Yes. And you are familiar with the augury's readings. And despite how intensely you focus on the answer in a vain attempt to influence it, the augury returns with woe, and only woe.
Okay, so seeing the result, she'll put the pearl back into her bag and literally just start crying. And she won't move from there. That's all I really want to do.
Okay. If anyone else wants to do anything else within the mansion, go ahead. Otherwise, I kind of want to move on to the next day, sort of the morning after, as people either wake up in dormitory, wake up either in bed chambers from the mansion, or they went to like a guild hall that they might have purchased a room in, or maybe they went to a tavern,
Jail.
or a jail cell. Absolutely, yeah, or a jail cell.
I have a question.
Yes.
When returning, do we see any of this?
You don't. You guys would be returning basically right before 1 a.m. And this stuff is happening at around 12:30 to 12:40. However, when you arrive, Penelope would probably look at the collection of bed sheets and such that sort of still fly along the open window, and just kind of like, oh, I should probably go back.
Apis would just nod.
Yeah, Chad is
to make sure the pearl is safe.
Yeah, Chad is kind of gonna kill me. I didn't know we were gonna be out for this long.
Well, you shouldn't have followed me then.
Oh yeah, and leave you frozen on the snow. That's a weird way of thanking me.
He's gonna playfully just like not like a full-on punch, but like a
Yeah.
little love tap on the shoulder.
You give her a friendly jab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
And I am gonna run off to.
I'll
Fine.
see you tomorrow.
Hopefully.
And she's going to scurry off and sort of retreat into her own bedchamber. And after you sort of put away the horse and sort of, re-enter the party, you would probably see lots of rumors and lots of people gasping and lots of people talking and Rielise crying. And by now, the body, by the way, is super gone.
Yeah, I mean, I figured the person would have came and got the body, but
Yeah.
feel like a small elf just cried.
You could imagine that, like, you took a look at the pearl, you answered the question, and then basically like a minute or so after crying, you would see Sin Divatail would rapidly approach you and just be like, oh dear, you're
I'm the friend. Hi.
Yeah. Miss, you this is a, and you're fucking in tears. I don't even know if you would move if she asked you to leave the scene.
I wouldn't. Nope. I would not.
Well, they got a stretcher and bring the body away while you're fucking bawling over there. Mr. Taco says a friendly right hook right in Penelope's jaw. Oh no, you killed her!
Damn.
No. We only have room for one tragedy.
Too soon, Dryad. Too soon.
We're trying to lighten the mood.
Yeah, so you would probably quickly hear from everyone else that Tricky was arrested and thrown in the dungeon. Well, probably thrown in jail, but the dungeon sounds cooler. But no one knows why.
I mean, Apis' first mission, protect the pearl. I am.
Yeah, you might think. Yeah, you might think to look for your contact to make the switch, but despite giving the call, the contact never shows up.
Yep. Okay. Don't give a shit. Basically, just gonna try to find Rielise.
Yep.
He's already been found out. He kind of does not care anymore.
Let me just pop you in here.
The actual me.
Yes, the actual Apis.
But I guess I roll up onto a crying Rielise.
Yeah. By now, Tricky's like gone. Goodbye, Tricky.
Forever.
Forever.
Not forever.
Forever.
Yeah, forever.
I mean, like fuck. This is
Rielise.
She's not gonna be able to look at him. She's just gonna keep crying.
Rielise.
What?
What the fuck happened?
You see, we were having a date, and the student, weird student, sounded like you, and tried to I fucking know, Tricky did some things, and person died, and I don't know what Tricky is right now, but like, yeah, not a really good look right now.
The pearl, is it safe?
Really? That That's what you're asking about right now.
Just kind of sinks down. Don't get me wrong. I'm worried about Tricky too. But I tried warning you guys.
Yeah. It stinks. I have it.
I think we can explain this in the morning.
Mm,
We'll make sure we get Tricky back. I'm just gonna hold out a hand.
She'll take it.
Anything Fish is doing? You guys will have a chance, of course, to reconvene in the morning after, so no pressure to do anything right now if it doesn't make sense. We can, from here, move to sort of a morning after. Oh.
Fish is just wandering around trying to find her friends.
Yeah.
Oh, well. There
I
is.
mean, Apis is gonna try to get like Realies to a safer place. Pretty much make sure you can get into some sort of room and hopefully get some rest after this.
Yeah. Surprisingly, I mean, you guys have no, well, you guys do have a room, but it's currently occupied by WoW.
I don't give a fuck about WoW being in the room.
It's fine, we'll drag him out.
All right.
Just
Do you guys take station in the sexy room?
I mean, I would think so, yeah. That is our room.
There's plenty of beds too, so
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, you guys have a chance for everyone to do this. Ruktuk is just passed out. I would say if Ruktuk is really passed out, Ruktuk would be taken by a servant and gently carried to a sort of solitary station for rest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ruktuk would be small enough to do that.
Yeah.
Just in a lot of armor.
Yep. Oh my god, the armor. All right.
Clink, clink.
So, without hand waving too much, you guys are able to group up in this room. The room has a bit of a foul odor. Wao may have went a little too far with his drinking.
Oh, jeez.
Prestidigitation.
Did you drink all of it?
Never mind.
Just gonna fucking clean up a little bit.
Damn, did he drink all of it?
He drank almost all of it.
Shit, man!
Fish is gonna open the windows.
Yeah,
Even though
that's
it's
true.
winter, she's gonna open the
Yeah, open the window. Don't want smoke.
It's freezing.
As she comes into the room, she's gonna try to find the remaining of the bottle. Whatever's left.
There's about a bottle and a half left.
I'll take the bottle. I'm not taking the half.
Fish has the half, and she is currently snuggling it in one of the beds.
Yes.
All right.
I think I'd try to get like a description of this person.
Okay.
From Realies. Police report time.
All right. Is there anything you
so
guys?
Like, when Fish just sees me, like my eyes are like bloodshot red. Like I got tear stains all over my face. By the way, just wanted to let you know when you see me, Fish.
Yeah. If
I was
there's
doing
anything
a
you guys
hard,
want to
ugly
say in this conversation, feel free to go ahead.
Um, Hi, fish.
Fish just sniffles, just like, what is even going on?
A lot has happened. You haven't seen Tricky, have you?
I saw him getting led away in chains.
At around this time,
Uh,
you hear a loud thumping on the door.
oh Jesus! No one's here.
With my pocket watch up, I'm gonna ready a firebolt in case they're bad.
Okay.
True.
Come in
Oh, no one's
slowly.
here.
Are they coming?
You call that out loud, right?
Yeah, I said it out loud
Yeah.
because
Alright.
I'm just upset.
You hear Penelope's voice muffled through the door. It's me.
Fuck.
All right, come in.
Who was gonna
It's
get up
locked,
to unlock
dumbass.
the door? I'm not gonna do it.
I made
I'm
hand the
still
door
gonna
open.
do it for the rest of my
I
life.
made hand the door open. Jeez.
All right.
I'm not moving either.
As soon as you unlock the door, Penelope kind of storms through. She's like, "All right, what the hell happened? Whoa!" She stops and turns to see Wallow's like drunken, unconscious body.
Hey, Pet, can you do me a favor?
Uh,
Can you get one of the servants to get him out of here?
oh, okay. And you hear her muffled voice like, someone, yeah, they're way out. They're like all out. And eventually the elf comes over and kind of is like, oh, wow, he's all right.
A little too much fun tonight.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Kind of killing the vibe, you know?
Hmm. This man who is not really one for small talk after what he is aware of just simply takes him and leaves.
All right. lock the
Okay.
door.
Okay, so Chad just told me Tricky's in jail? What happened?
You see, funny story that is. Well, Tricky and I, we were on a date, having the time of our lives. Totally, yeah. In the aviary, and this weird student didn't get like much of a description because I was in the moment with Tricky, and they tried to go into my bag, and Tricky being the nice person that he is, he stopped them, but the person had Apis' voice, which threw both of us off. And well, yeah, we were trying to stop them, and like, Tricky did his mind stuff, and well, let's just say the person's no longer with us. Let's just say that. And well,
What the fuck?
I'm going to assume that Tricky turned himself in if he's now there. So yeah.
Pen, you remember what happened earlier?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he has something to do with it. I'm throwing my own agent under the bus.
Damn.
Wait. She pauses and eventually sits herself on the bed. You can see that she's just profoundly confused.
And what do you mean? Who else is involved with this? What?
So let me get this straight. Some creep attacked you, and then
Yeah.
Tricky killed him? Her?
He didn't mean to do. He didn't mean to. He didn't mean to. Like it wasn't intentional. It really wasn't. And it just happened.
I think we need to explain to the authorities that the person was actually a agent of Zora, and that Tricky actually saved your lives.
Is that true?
That's what I would tell him.
Penelope doesn't know what to say.
Fish does speak up a little bit from underneath her pile of blankets. And she's just like, it doesn't even matter. They'll do anything to make it look like he's a bad guy. Even if we prove that it's an agent of Zora, I feel like someone else would turn around and say that he's actually an agent of Zora. Just because he's big and people think he's scary because they've never seen someone like him before. They do this all the time. And now they have a reason to try to get rid of him.
I just really feel bad because it wasn't like I don't feel like if he's gonna get in trouble, I don't feel like he should get in trouble alone. Like I was there. This all just sucks, okay? It really just sucks.
This is just gonna look away.
Gotta take like a swig on the bottom.
Sorry. Penelope just tries to offer just the bare bones of condolences, clearly out of her depth.
Like I don't know. Like, how are you supposed to get him back now? Like, do we have to? Like,
I mean, if you guys want to roll like a history check, if you want to, I mean, has anyone here taken Altian law as a class?
No.
I don't think
I don't think so either. So probably you guys don't know the full discourse of the law, but you would imagine that Tricky will either be executed immediately or be imprisoned until either a direct order of execution from the nobility of where you currently are, which is Va. So you basically asking the royal family.
Not in Va.
Sorry, not Va. I meant Bunch Gorge. So basically, if the police find him threatening enough, they will execute him immediately. If the police don't find him threatening immediately or immediately threatening, then it falls to the king of Bunch Gorge. If he decides it, Tricky will be executed basically like the next day. If he decides not to, then Tricky will probably undergo some sort of trial, the results of which will determine whether he's executed or not.
Yeah, like, yeah. And she just is gonna keep drinking and crying while she tries to like formulate something to try to get Tricky back.
There's gotta be something we can do.
I think really only my contacts could probably help. Probably not much though.
Contacts?
Kind of just stares at Pen.
I mean, I don't know if you ever made it clear that you're part of some secret organization.
True.
You're just a changeling that is doing cool things.
Yeah, he kind of tries to subtly point to himself as a signal of the whole changeling thing. See if she gets the hint. Probably not,
About that.
but
Yeah, she tilts her head.
Oh my god. Pen, pick up what he's putting down. What the fuck?
I mean,
I just realized I
Uh-oh.
Fish the cat.
I mean, maybe, possibly. No, that would be really stupid. But
I wonder how hard it is to get an audience with the royals and explain to them what happened. It would probably mean revealing that pearl, but I'm sure we can do our best not to.
Penelope looks at you and says, do you think you could actually get an audience with the king?
I'm willing to try it.
She's
If
trying
it means
to
getting
she's
him
trying to
back.
pick up you're part of some super secret organization. She's like, you can get in contact with the king. Really?
I am not promising a damn thing right now.
You can see Penelope just looks frustrated at the inability to take action.
But I feel like I have to take a shot. Though that also means I'm going to have to leave you guys for the evening.
That's fine. Yeah, sure.
You're not gonna go off and meet any more devil spawn, are you? Are you actually gonna make it
What?
back this time? Oh.
What?
devil spawn?
Oh shit.
They didn't know, Pen.
I didn't know they didn't know.
Wait, so
Look.
what's going
I'm not who I say I am.
I mean, I knew that. I didn't.
What? You
Wait,
did?
what?
You knew that?
Oh,
Wait, am I the last one in our entire group to find this out?
Oh,
Oh, well, Rough Tuck probably doesn't know, so that makes me feel a little better.
that damn pearl.
okay. So, yeah, when we were in the whole dungeon battle call thingy, and I initially picked up the pearl. Yeah, I saw, I guess, people for who they really were, and yeah, looks like Apis.
I
Yeah.
thought I turned around in time. That's unfortunate.
No, you didn't. So yeah, I've known for a while now.
All right. I am gonna drop my form.
Oh shit, I don't have your new form ready. Oh shoot.
Who gives a fuck?
The unprofessionalism, but keep going.
Everyone has seen it already.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, I already knew about that for a while, and the thing that bothers me is that while we were all at the dining table, I heard a voice in my head telling me to get the pearl far away, and it wasn't like anybody that I knew. And then I had to deal with a weird person who had Apis' voice, and it was a lot.
as
least-
as
yeah.
Apis speaks up, you'll hear the familiar voice that was in the back of your head. Yeah, that was mine.
Wait, what? Okay, great. Yeah, okay.
So you can kind of guess already. I am not Apis.
Mm-hmm.
I was, I guess to explain myself, tasked with trying to ascertain what that devil spawn was planning to do. And he really wants that pearl badly.
Great.
I
Well,
thought
he
I
can't
was
have
gonna-
it, so
Yeah, I thought I was gonna die there, so I tried warning you at the very least.
okay, alright. That's at least a little bit more comforting to know, I guess.
And he kind of like scratching his head, looking down. The person that you struck down very well was most likely after that Pearl 4 Emojet. And if I can get that explained, we can probably get Tricky out of this.
Okay. Alright. Also, if you're not Apis, who are you? Or do you still want to be called Apis? Like, I'm not sure. Really?
Well, for now, I shall keep up the form of Apis,
Yeah, yeah. What are your nouns?
but I guess it's a pleasure to meet you all for real this time. My name is
I don't know if you chose to change your form back.
No,
Oh, okay.
Mm.
but my name is Vysserae.
Okay.
But for now, as I will change back, you can just continue calling me Apis. And this does not leave this room.
Sure, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That also means no one else knows Pen. Kind of staring her down for calling him out.
Yeah, she looks a little regretful. You can see that she has since sort of buried herself in a blanket, sort of just observing, keeping her lips zipped up.
So wait, does everyone know in our group?
As
Or
far as I know, you're the only ones that know. I don't think Ruktuk knows, and from
There's
Tricky's
Samuel.
one comment. Oh yeah, sorry,
yeah,
I
because
keep
I know
forgetting
Sam knew.
Samuel's not here.
Yeah. I knew Sam knew, so he's just like, does the whole group know? Because I'm pretty sure. For me, it was just.
I
Tricky
think
and
it's
Ruktuk
just
that know.
Ruktuk.
Out of character, only
and-
Ruktuk doesn't know, and Tricky
only
kind
Ruktuk?
of doesn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tricky knows I can shapeshift by his
Gotcha. Yeah.
comment, but
Because of the whole darkness thing. Yeah, I remember. Mhm.
so
Okay.
Samuel knows he ended up saving me from a pile of snow. But yes, I know what I said.
All right.
I just looked over there like, what the fuck?
All right. How are we doing on this scene? I feel like we're kind of closing off this scene and moving on to the
Yeah.
departure.
I
Because
will probably
you want to
after
stay
we finish
behind.
talking, I want to exit and
Yeah.
meet my contacts.
Ooh, this is
I will say, Jared, that
yes.
if anything, I won't sleep. I'll take a point of exhaustion if I need to, but I won't sleep.
Yeah, your trance is not effective.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Saving throw. Constitution. That is an 11.
That does not make it. You take a point of exhaustion.
Yeah, I figured.
I think what Fish does is she just kind of lays there awake for a while and eventually just like drifts off. Like she doesn't necessarily, she's not like trying to sleep or anything. She just
It just
becomes
happens.
exhausted to the point that she
Mhm.
just kind of zonks.
All right.
Yeah.
Really, if you're not sleeping, it may take you a while, but you will eventually notice on the vanity here a half-eaten bundle of flowers.
That's fucking
Oh,
cruel.
that is fucking terrible.
Since I'm
Yeah.
not sleeping, I'm going to take the flowers, get back on my bed, and I'm just gonna hold them the entire night.
Yeah. You might notice that on the other side, Penelope would be like taking a quill and writing what looks to be like an entry in her diary. You would probably see her do that, try to go to sleep, and in about 2 hours get up, open the book, write something else in a frustrated manner, slam the book shut, and go back to sleep, or try to at least.
I can't sleep. Help.
Literally, I can't sleep. Help. Mm-hmm.
Apis is not there to write save.
Yeah, you're super not there. What? So I am struggling because it is like past midnight, and you want to reach out to find your contact. So let me go ahead. I did not. I was. There's a lot of stuff that we're unpacking. I was not expecting any of this to happen.
Shouldn't you rest and use sending?
No, he wants to go straight to, I believe it was the Hunters Guild.
So just to give you guys a lineup, Samuel, Release, Fish, Rucktuck, and Penelope is there.
Yeah.
I can have Penelope later if I want to.
Focus Tricky's token. I can get that for you.
Pandora and Samantha are probably here. Tricky's token. I mean, I had Tricky's token. Right here.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, if I want to highlight where the jail is, you're such a high profile case. You are probably brought on. You guys aren't here. You guys are here.
Yeah.
You would probably be brought straight to the castle. For which I have like no art. Like, sorry, I have no map for that.
Dryad.
Yes, hi.
Am I executed immediately?
No.
Okay.
You're not executed immediately.
I figured if you were very willing to go, they would probably not treat you as a threat.
Yes, very, very notably, among many other reasons, because you came very, very cooperatively.
But
okay, so where the heck are you trying to go, Apis? Because it is the middle of the night. It is dead freezing cold.
Yeah, 4 or 5 in the morning.
Yeah, he did warm up a little bit back at the manor.
Yeah.
But he both wanted to take a walk away and go to the Hunters Guild, see if that person was still there.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a d20.
Along the way, if there is a box or barrel along his route, he's gonna kick it as hard as he can.
It's gonna
There-
pick it up and hide in it.
There
like
there is an empty, what are they called, like a sconce that would hold like a large fire, emptied out
Mhm.
by now. You can kick it and let the ashes scatter to the wind,
Yep.
soil up the snow.
Literally just kicking it as hard as he can in anger.
You eventually make your way to the Hunters Guild with no lights on and a single bored looking elf sort of heading up the equivalent of the front desk. And she looks at you. What? No one's actually here? Ugh. What do you want? You can tell from a glance that she's not a member of your organization. She's just a normal person from the Hunters Guild.
I don't remember the name of the person.
I
didn't have it
don't
written.
either, but I can look it up. I think I might have written it down. Let's take a look.
Yeah.
It's definitely not Big Bacon Burger.
True.
That's a note that was for me. That was for Daddy.
But
Hey yo.
Just so you
stop.
guys know, I'm gonna hop off.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But like, Fish isn't really gonna do much of
Yeah.
anything the next day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna
gonna
say
go
there is a
womp.
conclusion, but if you don't think you're gonna do a whole lot,
But
that's all
for the
good.
sake of brevity, I'm just gonna ask if insert name is here.
Yeah. And she's going to say, you asked for your contact within the Hunters Guild, and she's going to say something along the lines of, who? Start flipping through her sort of contact book and just say, oh, no, you went home like 3 hours ago.
Fuck. All right. Do you know if they'll be in tomorrow?
Probably.
I'm just gonna trudge my way back, find something else to kick.
Okay. All right. It's going to be a bit troublesome for you to reach your contact in the morning, considering that basically early in the morning, you, Apis, are expected to pack up, hit the cabin, hit the wagons, and make your way back to Thunder Keep. You probably won't be able to reach your contact, at least not without abandoning your position as Apis.
Fucking fuck it. We're just gonna cast sending.
All right. That will require you to go back and actually take a rest.
Counterspell. I kid.
Yeah.
All right. You guys fully take a long rest. You guys will have a chance to do all the contacts you want. But I want to gloss over a bunch of things that's going to happen relatively briefly. We'll have a scene in the tavern as everyone's sort of gathering themselves around. And I want to do a bit of a short time lapse. You guys will have a chance to do a bunch of things in between that time lapse, but I want to get this out to sort of finalize and sort of conclude our season, if you guys are okay with that.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So, you guys have finished your rest, and you guys are basically making your way you guys have made your way to the tavern. Maybe not this tavern specifically, but a tavern, maybe a tavern that's right across here. Everyone's sort of gathered at this point, where the maestros and maestras are basically ushering everyone into the caravan so you can get out of here already and get to Thunder Keep. We've wasted an entire week on this. The maestros and maestras are obviously pretty aggravated at the whole ordeal. Some of them, are pretty shaken by the news of last night's events, which must have reached them by now.
20 Canadian dollars
Mm-hmm.
from
Wait.
1979.
A
Hey, fish.
Sorry, I just realized I'm not muted.
I thought you were making the sickest reference ever.
Yeah.
It's a reference so niche, you have no idea what I'm talking about.
Perfect.
I'm working on my room. I'm sorry.
The only thing that's worth noting, Ruktuk, is how much Samantha avoids your gaze when she sort of leaves the tavern and prepares to join the caravan. She makes an active effort to sort of avoid you.
That's a little homophobic.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
Avoiding gays.
Wow.
Oh
Imagine.
my
get it.
god.
Imagine. Mm.
She does.
Da, 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 da.
She does, however, with a sorrow, almost shameful look, give a what looks to be a silver piece to the barkeep and mutters something. If you guys want, you can roll perception to try to listen in.
The fuck I'm not. Where's perception?
The fuck you think I am?
Oh shit! I'm rolling with advantage. Fuck this shit. Nah, take advantage for that.
Wait, I
Inspiration.
already have advantage on it, so
That is much better.
Oh, geez. Did you roll inspiration on that?
Yeah, I wrote inspiration on it.
Oh my god, you guys are so fucking nosy.
Yeah. Listen, I need something right now.
oh wow, that was with disadvantage.
Damn, why do you have disadvantage?
I have no idea.
Okay, well,
Fuck
it should have been 20.
Oh,
Mm.
because
Alright.
of the other
Mm.
the other fucking thing is overriding it.
Uh,
Cringe.
cringe.
That's why it hasn't worked all this time.
Mm-mm.
So
But yeah, 20 and 21, I guess.
Yeah. She mutters something. It seems a bit off out of context. But she gives the innkeeper a silver piece and says something along the lines of, "I'm sorry about last night. I hope this can afford a new pillow."
Hey, yo.
oh.
Damn.
And yeah, aside from that, everyone else is just gossiping about everything that happened. There's just so much to go over, but that will be covered over the time lapse. The other big thing that happens after everyone is finally ushered into their caravan and people constantly asking Team 30, "Where's Tricky? Where's Tricky? Where's Tricky? What happened to Tricky?" With I'm gonna say Melanie and Yazim sternly keeping you guys separated so that you don't have to deal with so many rumors. You guys make your way out of Bunch Gorge. And you get to about right at the edge of the gate. You know, the final gates that would lead you to the big road that would lead you eventually to Thunderkeep. When you hear the clops of horses and you hear the someone calling out to the caravan. You hear, "Stop! Stop!" The caravan stops and a panicked dwarf approaches the caravan from behind and calls out to the teachers in particular, all the adults, and they say, We need Master Steel Dome immediately. This is an emergency." And everyone, the teachers are confused for a moment. You see them approach the dwarf and talk about it. You see Chad eventually leaving the caravan in a bit of a curious scenario, or a bit of a curious disposition. You spot the dwarf on the horse approach Chad after getting the okay and confirming that he's not some crazy person from the teachers. You see that he leans in and whispers something into Chad's ear. You're way too far away to actually hear what he says, but you can see that Chad gets a deeply troubled look on his face. He looks at the teachers, and the teachers seem to make a motion, uttering a word that, again, you cannot hear from this distance. But they motion him off, and he quickly gets on top of the horse and runs back into the city. The rest of the caravan then proceeds as normal. You guys, on the way to Thunder Keep, the word starts to spread. There's going to be a series of pretty tough interviews going to be held in Thunder Keep because the authorities really need to know what happened. They're trying to collect as much data as possible. You think initially it involves the incident that happened last night. And to be sure, that's definitely a part of it. But over the course of the next few days, through gossips, animal messengers, sendings, what have you, gossip eventually spreads, and you learn about another unfortunate incident. Apparently, only moments before you left to cross the gates and make your way to Thunder Keep, there was another incident in the Steel Dome Manor. The exact nature of which is not fully known, but it is theorized that a magical item that was somehow smuggled into the Steel Dome Manor detonated, causing a wide explosion. The exact damages caused by that explosion is unclear, but rumor has it that the wizard in charge of identifying the mysterious item, the head maid, and several other merchants were killed in the explosion.
No!
Damn.
So you make me go through all that work.
That's what we're waiting on. That's what we're waiting on.
You make me go through all that work
That's what I was waiting on.
Just to
to
kill her off.
draw you a dragonborn maid, and then you kill her just
Right in
like
front of my salad? How dare you?
I've been betrayed so many times this episode.
I hope you can forgive me.
Nah.
No.
And that is the finale of Ultimacademy Season 1. Shit got intense.
I want to know why.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Listen, there
Listen,
are at least two things that happened that I didn't plan. All right, I'm not the only one at fault here.
Apis.
Oh boy.
Just go with some.
Listen, I wasn't expecting that either.
I was going to ask how
I'm
everyone
so
is feeling after this session.
No, don't ask me how I'm feeling
so
right now,
confused.
please. I'm done.
All right.
The fact that like I had decided that Fish wasn't going to steal anything,
Mhm.
and then you convinced me by being like, "Oh, well, the silverware is very valuable. No one would probably notice that it was gone."
But somebody noticed. Apparently.
Somebody noticed, and you had that plan the whole entire time.
I might have had it in my back pocket.
That's
So
DM coercive.
That's entrapment, and that's illegal.
That's entrapment.
That is entrapment.
That's entrapment, yeah.
So I think almost everyone had something bad happen at this fucking
Yeah.
I don't
party.
think Sam did, really? Did he?
I mean, Samuel ended up having to deal with my ass. but-
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Samuel, despite clearly, as you can see from the stream, Samuel learned the only winning move was not to play.
Okay,
Oh.
troll.
Thank you, Angel, for giving me
You
the DM inspiration.
Why would you give
Troll,
him
you've
inspiration?
been
He
told,
was
as
over.
you
Why would
probably
you give him
been told.
inspiration?
Don't reply
so
with
I'm
the
gonna go.
sky.
All right. Thank you so much, Fish.
Bye.
Bye.
I guess we're not gonna
Thanks
get
for
that
a
fucking.
horrible time.
Guess we're not getting that tricky fish RP, huh?
Nope, I
That
guess
that
not.
that
Guess
didn't
not.
happen. Gosh
Nah,
dang
I'm
it!
telling you, I'm gonna make this a goddamn cover up.
I'm excited to see you try to cover up against your own organization.
I mean,
This is gonna
literally
be
my setting was
Remarkable.
is-
You
is
guys
gonna
have
be
my
agent was
entire hiatus.
compromised.
You're gonna have my entire hiatus to figure out what the hell you're gonna even plan to do to get out of this mess, if it's even possible.
How long is this hiatus? How long I got?
It's probably gonna be 1 or 2 weeks. I'm gonna play it safe
Okay.
and say 2 weeks.
Okay, 2 weeks. Okay.
Oh, that's
Mini
not that bad.
hiatus.
It's not
It's
that
not
bad.
that bad. Well, like I mean,
All right.
I did put a lot on your plate. There's gonna be a lot that we can potentially cover. I'm gonna have to do a lot of planning. I'm gonna have to do a lot on my end for prepping, but I hope that there is like there's some stakes now, and we're gonna see this evolution of the group in the next season. I learned better than to ask how y'all feel, so instead I'm just going to say, for everyone who has been watching our Ultimacademy escapades, I hope that the emotional, I'll say, twists that culminated as a result of this finale was satisfying to watch, and I hope that you're excited to see what our ragtag group of heroes will do next. And with that, let's find someone to raid.
Send me the person, because I don't feel like finding anybody. I'm distraught.
Oh man. All right.
So
let's-
Dryad, you've ruined us.
You
Damn,
literally ruined us on the last episode.
I was thinking like I'm gonna have some emotional gun punches. I'll probably be a little, there's gonna be some bad stuff that'll happen to like half of you guys. Maybe like 2 or 3 of you will have some unfortunate dramatic moments. No, everyone got screwed. Everyone got screwed. All right,
there
we're gonna
no
go
winning in this scenario.
we're gonna go raid Dr. Joseph Jorgen.
My mouse girlfriend was at the cost of literally everyone else's relationship.
Yeah, your mouse girlfriend seriously reconsidering what she's gotten into after immediately being like, I want to do cool stuff here. Oh, someone's dead.
Jeez.
Oh shit.
I am not. He's just gonna pass. Apis is definitely gonna pass it off as yo, this isn't me. But in his head, it's like, fuck, I did this.
Oh yeah. I mean,
I fucked up.
this is gonna be pretty spicy. All right, I'm sending the raid that way.
Came to me the first time, April.
Alright, I'm readying my raid.
Yep. Raid being ready. All right. I will let you guys know when the hiatus ends. But until then, peace out, Cub Scouts.